Hey guys, in lieu of the normal RNGCast theme, I give you the guest for this show. Actually, the one, the only, GameBoyJones. This is his Avengers rap. Enjoy, and hope you guys enjoy the show. It's a long one.
Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle. Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle.
Yo, coming down to earth, we ain't playing games. Got a rugged, now he's locked and loaded when he's taking names. We don't got the time, hit up Dr. Strange. We don't need a human torch, cause we know our group is flame. We don't got that hardcore, parkour. You don't wanna see Ant-Man when he starts warring. Our war wouldn't be complete unless we got Thor. And we got far more, Star-Lord, Godborn. Yeah, always got your back, but you with the cat. Ready to attack, you can call and drag. Bringing in the tree, Buddha's got the sack. Loki bring it back with the Tesseract. Civil War, but you know we back now. Thanos wants to come to us, we giving them a smackdown. You lack the mind, so you'll never get the vision. And I don't think that Wanda wants to lose him on the mission.
Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle. Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle.
Hell's Kitchen, let's get hot like a frying pan. If you swinging through the city, gotta deal with Spider-Man. I defend, take a deep breath in your diaphragm. Then you say it with your chest, Tony Stark, Iron Man. Yeah, ain't nobody scared of your gauntlet. Even both your daughters think you suck like a cartridge. Hulk, I will use your whole army as targets. Basically everything about you is garbage. Yeah, wanna come through with the drama. Then I'll bring the metal with the king of Wakanda. We got the tech because Shuri is smarter. And the whole tribe, cause we do this for honor. Hulk smash, yeah, he's back in the place. Made a crash like a vase when he crashed in from space. Thanos, you don't know nothing about this team. So fly, cause I came in without
Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle. Avengers assemble. When you see the A, no victory is simple. Enemies arrive, then die like a ripple through time. When they find that they fight, it was gentle.
What's good, y'all? GameBoyJones here. I just want to give y'all that reminder that I'm on all streaming and buying platforms. Also, I got merch down below. Get you GameBoyJones stuff. Hit me up on Twitter and all other social media. GameBoyJones. Hope to see you there.
To plug in my mic when talking to people for like playing games and stuff, so sure hope so.
Man, thank you for coming on again. The last time you came on, it was super fun talking to you, even though, as you mentioned, you don't play Destiny, which is fine.
Yeah, I thought that I actually was going to get on Destiny 2, but I ended up not, surprisingly.
Fair.
Because it seemed like all of the hype like went up so high, and then it just kind of fell real far, real quickly.
Yeah. Public opinion of D2 nosedived very fast.
Really,
which one is better for you? So which one's better, 1 or 2 for you?
2.
2? Okay.
2.
Even with its shortcomings, it's still a better base than D1 was. So it's got really good building blocks, basically.
Makes sense.
Agreed.
It is sad that there were a lot of weirdness with it, but I mean, I'm still happier with this starting product. So
you still ride or die for Destiny. I feels it.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to say, hopefully Destiny 3. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all hoping Destiny 3 is good, or else there's going to be a lot of explaining to
do. Yeah, we have a... there's going to be a lot of explaining either way. I have a feeling.
It'll be like, what the heck? This guy's supposed to be good. Bungie, make this Halo-esque for us. Make it that good.
Well, I mean, we're already into it now. We might as well just keep going. I've never played any Halo game. I've been PlayStation from the jump. You know?
Oh, nice.
And I just got an Xbox like a month ago because of Sea of Thieves.
Hold on. You got an Xbox for Sea of Thieves. Do you have a PC at all, though? A good PC?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
No, I barely have a PC enough to do this podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not talking to PC guys. No.
I don't have a good PC, and my right shoulder's pretty shitty. So we're pretty much even on that.
Okay. I feel you on that. 'Cause I was about to say, no, just get a PC and then play that way, because then, it just works. That's why I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, the last time... Well, which legitimately, I mean, there's... Except for the convenience and plug and play of a console, there is kind of literally no reason to actually buy an Xbox if you already have a good PC, considering the like game share that they have with Windows right now.
Exactly.
Any exclusive title they have, you can play on Windows. So it's like
literally.
So yeah, if you have a good PC already, yeah, you lost all desire to have an Xbox when they did that. So it's like, because that's exactly what I mentioned when I heard them doing that. It's like, so PC people have zero reason to get an Xbox now.
I know. I was like, there's no market for me, because people go, oh, Xbox 100%. I'm like, bro, I got a PC. There's literally no reason for me to get this right now at this point. And then also at that point, the PlayStation 4 lower price point, and I was like, I can still play all of the exclusives and stuff on my PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what you want from me here.
Exactly.
So like, hey man, go ahead and spend $500 on something that will play the exact same games but at a lower quality. I'm like, no,
that's true.
I can't do that.
No, I'm good, man. I'll pass on that, but I appreciate you offering it to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, exactly.
No.
So you have a 4. You have a PlayStation 4. You just told us that. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you have a console, or do you just play PC games?
Yeah. No. Actually, no. It's funny. As far as gaming goes, man, I haven't been able to game that much for the longest time, just because I've been so busy trying to juggle work, trying to juggle doing YouTube stuff, friends, just learning stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I've just been trying to like juggle. I think summer will kind of make it better, but yeah, and then also I had to go through a weird breakup and stuff, so then I had to like condense my whole household and blah blah blah. So just interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Are there any games you're looking forward to?
There's nothing coming out. There's literally nothing coming out right now. But
no, wait a minute. There is Mega Man 11. Come on.
There is, but I mean, I'm scared of all those games at this point. But I mean, the Spider-Man game looks sick, but it comes out in September, so dang. And then God of War. Does God of War have a release date yet? I don't think it does. I think they keep floating it limbo. Yeah, see, look, they keep doing that.
Because I'm already seeing early gameplay on YouTube, I think, of it.
Really?
Am I? I could be confused. Which story of my life right there.
All right. But they teased that at two-ish E3s ago. Yeah. And I'm just like, come out. Like, dang.
It's like, what is this, God of War or Final Fantasy directed about Tetsuya Nomura?
Oh my God, this is definitely Final Fantasy 15.
Part 3.
I want to say Final Fantasy 15 was probably the most grueling release date title of all time.
Well, considering they first announced it to come out a month after 13, and
dude,
10 years later, hey, I know. Final Fantasy 15. 2 years later, here you go.
Right. And there's people who I don't knock people who like it and stuff. I mean, I like the game, but for how long I waited, it's not what I wanted, man.
That's true. But
Yeah.
I look at it as the fact that, A, it took them forever to kick Tetsuya Nomura off, which was a blessing. And then that director, I actually have mad respect for that director because everything Tetsuya Nomura set up, he undid. Because apparently Tetsuya Nomura, well, you know, kind of like a lot of game devs, they operated in ladders, right? And there was chain of command and such.
Yeah.
The replacement director for Final Fantasy 15 got rid of all that. People were starting to work basically as equals, and it caused a little bit of a rough water at first, but again, it kind of gave us what we have. So there's no telling really how much crap he really had to work with, and good Lord, they even delayed it like another 2 months.
That is
Give him a little
true.
more time.
That is true. They did scrap almost everything about that.
Oh yeah, the original story is almost gone.
I totally forgot about that.
Because, yeah, it was supposed to be in a similar mythology as Final Fantasy 13 with the sea and, what was that, Goddess of Death, which none of that is even in it now.
You're right. It's all literally its own thing. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if anything falls into it, but I don't think it does. Nah, not even its style directions are even close either. Like even all of the summons are completely different looking and stuff.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're freaking dope. But like they went with that more like realistic animal creature human look, as in where like 13 was like, all right, man, like we have Transformers slash robot type things.
Yeah.
And like they looked cool, man. They were
did.
so pointless. They were so pointless.
Yeah.
Like they sucked so bad, but like they looked so cool. I was like, man, these are like some of the best summoning intros ever. Wow, they all suck. They all aren't strong.
Bahamut looked awful, though. I mean, that was the first game. The Bahamut was like so weak compared to the others. It's like, sad.
He's, you know what? I got him, and I was like, yeah, man, he's gonna be dope because he's typically always like one of the strongest ones that you can get. And then they're just like, nah. They're like, nah, he's gonna be shitty just like everybody else. Nobody's special here.
God, I love having guests on that are super nerds like us. Because when Des starts talking about Final Fantasy, I just like fall back in the cut. I'm like, go ahead, just let him talk. And you just kept going, game. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm just gonna sit back, watch my wolf dog eat the biggest knuckle of a. I don't know where they got this bone from. I bought like if you look in our chat in the Skype, Gameboy, you can see, I have a new dog, and he's an Alaskan Malamute, but you can see the size of the bone I gave him. It looks like it's from like a prehistoric animal. It's huge, man.
That looks like a person's bone.
Yeah, it looks like the skull of someone. Like I have a wolf just sitting in my house chilling like I'm Jon Snow.
I have a wolf. I got a wolf in my house chilling like I'm Jon Snow. Oh my gosh, that sounds that actually sounds like a song. I got a wolf in my house chilling like I'm Jon Snow.
Breaking news, new lyric from GameBoyJones.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, take it, because if I hear you say it, I will fucking lose my mind. I watch all of your videos because I got a bunch of shit written down that since the last time we talked, and I have some questions, sir. But before that, Des, you want to cover Destiny real quick? Gameboy, if you want to chime in as a non-Destiny player, just as a, I don't know what you want to use, nerd, geek, game aficionado, jack of all trades, whatever you want to use as. I say I'm a geek because I guess that's what's popular now. But I've been a geek since I was 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I feel you on that. Yeah, man. If I have something that hits me, I'll let you know.
All right, Des, you want to cover it real quick? What we had drop this week?
All right, so thankfully there's not a heaping helping of information here. There is a lot of they're doing a lot of coming up with a lot of charity events. Because it's apparently Bungie's 7th year partnering with the Seattle Ronald McDonald House, which, as you know, Bungie and 7, there's a thing there. So they're kind of going out for that. So there's a lot of information there about, backers for the Men in Kilts thing that's going on. So if you're interested in that, there's a whole lot of stuff and things and that and something, the Gauntlet? Oh yeah, the some board game thing going on. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, there's all that information, which, like I said, support if you can, because of course Bungie does one thing. I mean, they work with amazing charities, so there is that. Next expansion finally has a name and a release date. Warmind. May 8th. See you there.
And that's it.
That's all we know, and we have this epic image that definitely looks like a giant SIVA cluster. So looking forward to that already. They started talking about some upcoming changes coming with Season 2 to like gameplay and stuff. They're actually they're kind of falling back to D1 essentially with PvE. They're making PvE, as they said, a bit steeper, a bit more difficult. Higher level enemies will take longer to kill than they currently do. But if you're at or above their level, you'll still melt them just as effectively as you can right now. Which actually sounds really good for like the Nightfall Challenge cards, considering you can weaken yourself. So that's going to be interesting. They are increasing the level cap in PvE. Right now it's like a 40 power. And it doesn't scale anymore, and they're increasing that to 50, and if you're at 50 levels below an enemy, just like in D1, you're going to have question marks above an enemy's name, and you're not going to be able to do damage to them. So that's coming back.
We all remember that.
Yeah, they actually make a specific note. OG Guardians probably remember the first time they stumbled across the hive in the depths of the Cosmodrome. Yeah, dude, that freaking ogre. Mm-hmm. And they are changing the rulings to shields. Where right now, energy weapons will deal bonus damage to shielded enemies. Right now, it's like all even. The only thing you get for matching a shield is like extra detonation or the shield detonation and a stun. But they're actually bringing back, if you're matching an element to a shield, you're actually going to get 3 times damage plus the shield detonation. Hang on. Let's see. To further incentivize the matching game, the 3 times multiplier for matching damage types is not affected by the damage scaling of higher level combatants until the combatants display the question mark nameplates. Blah blah blah. Since they're doing that, they're going to be bringing back match game as an additional prestige Nightfall modifier for extra points and bragging rights. Mm-hmm. So when this modifier is enabled, all non-matching damage to energy shields is reduced to 10%. So you're going to need to plan accordingly. And those are the PvE changes coming up with Season 3. And that's... Banner will be coming back. They found the issue. They have apparently fixed it. And it will be coming back on April the 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific. And, of course, we have an image of a brand new roadmap, which we will definitely get more into as we get a little more information about some of these things, because some of these things I'm not incredibly happy about.
Yeah, I'm with you. James, did you hear anything that might bring you to the fold of Destiny 2?
He said stuffing things at one point.
I did say stuffing things. Harder PvE. Essentially.
I was like, hey, man, you haven't started yet? Well, guess what? It's going to get harder for you.
It's like, yeah, great to incentivize a new player coming in. Even more difficulty for PvE.
I was like, oh, nice. I didn't know what I don't know what the last one was, but I like this difficult stuff, you know. I like Dark Souls. I like difficult stuff, right? Yeah.
What makes me laugh is everybody's like, "Oh man, make PvP more rewarding," and then they're like, "Oh, you said you want to make PvE harder? You want us to for you guys that don't like PvP, Buster? I'm looking at you. Here you go, bud."
What do you mean? Legitimately, right now, PvE is a cakewalk. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's a fair change. It's a fair change. I don't know. I like the shield mechanics and the fact that you didn't absolutely have to match it. Which, I mean, you still kind of don't. It's just further incentivized that you do. So, it's going to make Hardlight like...
yeah. Hardlight,
really
Borealis, those things.
Yeah, because they're going to be giving Hardlight... Because Wyszynski did say they're giving Hardlight the Borealis treatment.
Switch on the fly.
Yeah, switch on the fly. So, that's going to be... very bueno for match game and that type of stuff. But yeah, that's the TWAB, and as far as I know, that's like information. There's not a whole lot of like breaking information right now. And of course, on April the 24th, we are getting a reveal stream. In 10 days, we're getting a reveal stream for Warmind. So keep your eyes open for that, because who knows exactly how much they're going to reveal and how much they choose to show us. Because I don't know at this point in time. It's like normally reveals are kind of a little... Actually, no, reveal streams are usually out there. They usually give a lot of information, so I mean... Yeah. We'll find out the 24th.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be excited to see what they do. You know, they always kind of bring something to the table.
Yeah, to see what the Warmind is all about. Just give us a slightly better story than the Curse of Osiris DLC.
Yeah. Give me a story mode that I can play through 3 times and not want to kill myself on the last playthrough. I mean, I know that's not a screaming advertisement for Destiny 2, Curse of Osiris, but...
Oh, yeah, the Curse wasn't great. Yeah, I don't know, hilariously, the worse the story is, the more I'm okay with running it multiple times, for some reason.
What?
Yeah. It's like, because in D1 the story was kind of barely there. Kind of the same thing happened with Curse of Osiris. For some reason, I don't know. It's like I don't pay attention to it or something after a while. And I'm more okay running it multiple times. But when the story's better, which I really enjoy the story of D2 Vanilla, like the actual campaign, I like that story. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to run it again. Mm-hmm. Which is weird. I know. It's like a very weird quirk I have.
I mean, that's like me when I was...
My Hero Academia?
Wow, you went right into it. Because you said quirk. I get it, because you said quirk.
Fun fact, that is literally my next song.
About really?
Yeah.
About My Hero?
Yep.
Oh, man. Now I am even more excited.
Specifically about Deku.
You see, we can... Man, you know what? Now we're just going to hop right into anime talk. I hope you're ready for this, listeners. Because I'm a manga reader. I read more than I watch anime because I have more time to do that. Obviously,
I wish.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot more time just to watch than I do to listen. My Hero is so. They're just like, you know what we should do? We should just make everyone overpowered, and that way no one can complain. You know what I mean? It's like Seven Deadly Sins in the same way. Seven Deadly Sins, Netflix was like, well, let's just make this series and just. I mean, yeah, it's a manga, but every one of the Seven Deadly Sins, every one of the sins are OP on their own right. You know? Mm. And the fact that Deku's like, I don't have a quirk. You're going to give me a quirk. I have to eat something of yours and then do push-ups. And I'm like, I'm in. You had me at hello, sir.
Gotta eat something of yours and do push-ups. Actually, it's funny. I do have a line for that too. With basically with the oddity of eating his hair, and I have to make a clarification in it inside of my rap. So I'm like, all right, it ain't as weird as it sounds, but it's still weird.
It's very weird.
Oh man, but I love it so much. It's such a great moment. It's so funny. Mm-hmm. I love that show so much. I was like, man, this doesn't have very, very many episodes yet, but this is already going to be in my top 5, and I can tell. It's so good.
You're putting My Hero Academia in your top 5?
I said it's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be.
Whenever it gets more episodes, it's going to be in there. Because actually, you know what? It's so weird because the thing is, I say that, but One Punch Man's in there, and that's only, but I think it has the perfect amount of comedy and action to the point where, and then it's so straightforward, as in where My Hero is all right, here goes this build up that we have to create this story for. One Punch Man is doing its job in the straightforward style that it does.
Sure. All right, so I don't watch a lot of modern anime.
Okay.
Because it's hilarious, because it's one reason I do actually love One Punch Man, is because especially the type of anime I like, which I like the overpowered, okay, Dragon Ball Z got me started in anime, so that's and of course Gundam. So I love these over-the-top, fights and crap. I love it when things go crazy and weird. But it's become like a trope in a lot of anime that you have so much exposition. I'm looking at you, Naruto. I'm looking at you.
What?
But
Naruto
has exposition in the middle of exposition. Come on.
Well, I mean, no more than Bleach.
That's true, but still, I mean, it's the fights are cool and all. But like I said, I just get so disinterested because it's like, all right, now we have to Pause, get rid of all the story. Now here's the fight again, and it's and I love the fact that One Punch Man it takes just a jab at all those tropes, Geno's? What's his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Cyborg.
Gino.
I mean, Gino just constantly is trying to give this exposition, and Saitama's just 50 characters or less, man. Come on.
Exactly. He's like, come on. We can do this. Hurry it up now.
Exactly.
Because I always love that, Gino, the way that he is he would be the main character in any other anime.
Exactly.
Doing his big old monologue and stuff.
Exactly.
But Saitama's just all right, bro, come on.
Yeah, I just got these new upgrades from the doctor. I'm stronger than ever. Gets absolutely demolished.
Meanwhile, Saitama's just I'm gonna run and do some more push-ups, and I'm just. All right, cool. Your upgrades are great.
It's what the crap happened to this man? And I always well, I ran, I did push-ups, I ate healthy, and it's no, it doesn't work that way, man. No.
That just sounds like basic strength training.
Exactly.
Yeah. No one does that. You all have weird powers that you use.
So you did cardio? I mean, I'm for it as a guy who, once my shoulder gets better, I'm going to start going to the gym a lot more just because I need to strengthen my shoulder. But I can do that. I can be Saitama and just punch everything one time and destroy everything. I mean...
So like I said, because of that, I tend to avoid, especially a lot of popular anime. It's if it has a lot of praise, it's I'm gonna stay away from that one.
Des is an anime hipster.
Kind of.
See, look. I feel like My Hero does a good job being more straightforward because they don't have. Because the thing is, there's nothing to really backstory. It's all right, he didn't have powers, now he does. Time to train. It's either slice of life or it's people just fighting and stuff. it's either or, because you don't have the backstory. Now, eventually, I'm assuming they're gonna backstory All Might and stuff a little bit, because that's how that works. But for now, it's very based on just Deku and his struggles trying to come up, and then a little bit of Shoto here and there in Bakugo. But for the most part, they're not really don't really do much, unless if they have like a relationship to like establish. They're just like, here goes this thing once, that's it, you're getting it once, we're not putting it back up here again, enjoy this.
Okay.
And that's it. Yeah. No, I feel like Dragon Ball Z took a lot of stuff, did it very well at its era, and Naruto grabbed it, kind of did better, except for the whole flashback.
The exposition was
exactly. Kakashi doing all his stuff 1,000 times, and Naruto on that stupid swing set 1,000 times. Besides that, they did stuff really, really well.
Yeah, they did.
And then I think My Hero grabbed it. Like, I feel like they're the next step in where all this will go again. Because actually, I seen an art piece where it showed Goku, Luffy, and Naruto and Ichigo all like around him, saying, "Ah, man, he's like the next us. He's one in line for us." And I was like,
nice.
Makes sense.
Like them passing the crown type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's nice. Okay, I might give it a shot then.
You're never not going to have Luffy, for sure.
Of course. I mean, good God.
Oh yeah, man. I haven't even seen One Piece for like the longest time, just because I was like I've always wanted to start it back up. But I look at what he does now, and I'm like, who in the world would have thought this is exactly where this would end up?
I know,
like
right?
in my mind, I was like, okay, stretchy stuff. He'll just learn to be like really cool at stretching, and then I'm like, what is this? what has he become?
Yeah, a monster.
A monster. He is literally a monster.
Yeah.
Like I did not see this coming at all. Like, I was like, man, going from 4 kids to this?
I know, right? It's hilarious. I was actually immensely saddened because I was a weeaboo before the term weeaboo. When Shonen Jump finally came to America, I was all over it. I had a subscription to Shonen Jump, so I was reading like a bunch of this stuff. I gained my hate, like kind of a. Of course, I mean it's fair because it's literally a company called 4Kids.
Yeah.
And here I am, like mid to late teens, saying, "Oh God, I hate 4Kids." So it kind of made sense. But yeah, I was like, they were like reprinting like Yu-Gi-Oh, which. Oh my God! If you've watched
Shadow Realm,
Shadow Realm, good God! I mean,
you mean death?
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, in the 4Kids anime. Oh, I'm gonna banish you to the Shadow Realm. In the manga, you're gonna die. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, I'm killing you. Okay, like there ain't no coming back from this. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, what? And the fact that like Merrick, like the big villain, in the 4Kids is like, possessed entity taking over him. Manga, split multiple personality syndrome. Severe case of multiple personality syndrome. It's like, oh, okay. So
everybody forgets that Yugi is possessed also by a spirit.
Oh yeah. Ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Yeah,
in the most polite way.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
He's like, hey man, I'm about to step in real quick. Is that cool with you? Like, yeah, man. Let's go. Yeah, man, go ahead. Let's make a few moves. Like, my kneecaps are longer now.
I grew a few inches, huh? But no, yeah. So as soon as I heard, it's like, oh, because I was getting into One Piece. It's like, okay, this is really cool. Luffy, like Mr. Fantastic, cool. But I mean, well, early he kind of was, but
yeah, that's about it.
But yeah, and then I heard it's like, okay, One Piece is coming to America. 4Kids, crap. This is a freaking manga with guns and swords and people getting chopped and hacked and shot. How are 4 kids going to do this? And then you see pop guns everywhere.
Yep.
Literal cork rifles.
Everywhere. Man, 4 kids grabbed a lot of stuff, and they just mutilate. Because the thing is, I didn't know until like I grew up, and because because there was also a time where even at that point the internet wasn't what it is now at all.
Yeah.
So then like once like dubbed sub debates started going on, I went and I was like, whoa, this is a completely different show. This is not the show I remember watching. I was like, okay, yeah, I need to go back and do a few things here.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It's just, yeah, and it was so weird because he had Funimation, which was still true-ish to translations and stuff, and then 4 kids, and it was like, oh, okay, so now I see the superior English dubbing company. Gotcha.
Oh, actually, oh man, I thought this was the funny thing though. For me, watching between subbed and dubbed, one thing I noticed, it is the dumbest thing to ever notice ever. The fact that comparing to the dub to sub on the sub one, they trip all the time. Is that some sort of like Japanese humor that I'm missing out on?
Yes.
Yeah. The slapsticky bit, yeah, they love.
Not just that, but there's a crap ton of like Japanese puns and just Japanese cultural references. I remember reading in Shonen Jump that Akira Toriyama was actually amazed, or the American Shonen Jump, that he was amazed that his manga Sandland was translated because he said it was so full. Which, I mean, if you know Akira Toriyama work, this is going to be mind-blowing because he said Sandland is specifically so full of Japanese humor, specifically, that he was amazed it would translate well.
Wow.
Which, considering, again, me and Buster were just talking about this a couple of days ago. Akira Toriyama is the man of puns. I mean, everything in a line, everything is related like in a line, everything is like connected, like pun-wise. All of Goku's kids like can translate to food items.
Yep. which is so great.
Yeah, it's hilarious. There's the entire every Saiyan name is, of course, the fact that Saiyan is just an anagram of Yasei, which is Japanese for vegetable. Mm-hmm. Which, yes, so if you picked up on that,
carrot.
Yes. Yes, Kakarot's carrot, which I loved also, like, I do love the fact that the Broly movie actually made, like, that reference with Roshi calling him out as broccoli. It's like, no, his name is Broly. It's like, well, he's not that far off. I mean...
I actually didn't know that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's why I like Funimation, because they're not afraid to actually kind of bend that line a little. Yeah. Because it's only the people that know the Japanese source that's going to get that. Everyone else just thinks, oh, dumb drunk Roshi.
You know what? You're actually right about that. But actually, it's so funny because, like, I get the whole slapstick Japanese thing, because, I think Full Metal Alchemist was one of the ones where like, it came out the most on Brotherhood, where you got, like, the wiggly body types, the simplistic face looks, the stuff like that. But, like, literally in One Piece, it's tripping. They trip all the freaking time. And I'm like, it'll be the most serious moment, and they just trip and just biff it. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I hate this so much. And me and my friend used to say, I wonder who like copied who. Super Smash Bros. Copied them, or if they copied Super Smash Bros. Because in Brawl you had that tripping mechanic, which was stupid. And I was like, oh, they're using the Brawl thing. They're just tripping everywhere.
I think that's just it was kind of a rare, but it was a Japanese thing.
Yeah, it
Just
has
in
to be
general.
because it definitely wasn't in the like U.S. dubs.
Especially like I don't know about tripping in particular, but especially like moments where something is said and all of a sudden everyone just like falls. And it's like
Yes.
Well, that's basically like if you watch like in a diss battle or in a battle rap, when somebody says like the most cutting line, everybody's like, oh, that's basically an anime. When somebody says something, they just fall.
They just one frame, wham.
Yeah.
Exactly. It happens just instant.
And I'm not
And they're
talking
on the
about
ground,
Conqueror's
it's like-
hockey. I'm talking about like just somebody says either something dumb or something really cool. Everybody on the ground.
Yep, that nosebleeds, white ghosting, anything like that.
Nosebleeds. Yep. Food.
Oh God, nosebleeds.
Food is mine too. I noticed that every anime, like Goku, Luffy,
Oh yeah,
Toriko.
every shonen protagonist has to eat enough for like 20 men.
Yep, there's a glutton in everyone. There is literally a glutton in every single anime. It's you have to have one.
Well,
Or
Toriko
else
was
you're-
about being a glutton, so yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I actually didn't know that. For the longest time, I seen this buff, blue-haired dude, and I was just like, "Oh, okay. I feel like this is a big action anime." And I have it in my list on Hulu, and I went to sleep, the Family Guy, on like one of the last seasons, and it rolled over into that, and I woke up to him fighting like a giant like sushi monster or something, and I was like, "Wait, huh?" I was like, "This is what this is about? About him cooking?"
Yeah.
I was like, I had no idea.
It's like, do you like Iron Chef? If you like Iron Chef, you'll love Toriko. And I
Yeah.
love Toriko because I like weird stuff.
That's one. Like Toriko, actually, you know what? It's so funny. I had an entire convo about that anime with somebody, while they still thought that it was Bobo the entire time.
Oh my God, Bobo.
And it's so funny because I had the convo talking about certain things, and we were both talking about two like completely different things. And there actually was like one spot where I was like, no. I think that you got something wrong here. And then eventually I found out this was Bobo. I'm like, yep, wrong person.
Yeah. Which Bobo? You want to talk about? Oh my God,
can
over the
appreciate
top,
that show.
just humor. Yeah.
I can appreciate that show way more as an adult than I did as a kid. I did not get it as a kid.
Oh, it's fair, but again, that was a Shonen Jump, though, which the chapters I read in Shonen Jump, they had this incredible joke because there was an enemy, which I mean, of course, Bobo, I guess, was the One Punch before One Punch. Like making fun of every single fighting anime trope
I didn't think about
ever.
this.
Yeah, like it just dawned on me too. Yeah, the chapter, like this had to be my favorite moment. It was in a chapter in the manga, and they were fighting an enemy who specialized in train car battles because they were fighting on top of a train, and that was his entire specialty was train car battles. So Bobo unleashes one of his secret techniques, Fist of the Nose Hair, Wind Style, Kamehameha. And what he did, or what happened, was there was literally a cardboard cutout with the face missing, and Bobo's head's sticking out of the face, out of the head hole of Goku doing a Kamehameha. And it's
I
like,
remember that.
it's like, that's
Very
hilarious.
early in the show too.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. It was definitely early, but yeah, it's hilarious.
Did you say nose hair?
Oh yeah, Bobo
Oh, he
fights
doesn't know.
with his...
Oh my god.
Oh,
He doesn't know.
Bobo has the special ability of fighting with his nose hairs. So he uses the Fist of the Nose Hair.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
It's hilarious. But yeah, it's a huge pun. It's a huge trope that stabs at, of course, Fist of the North Star and every fighting anime and manga that was out at the time. But yeah, it's Fist of the Nose Hair. There is I know he was translated as Gasser, which I think in the English, like I said, dub is like Fist of the Backdraft or something like that, where he uses his flatulence to fight.
I see. I rewatched Fist of the North Star recently, and if you could get past the animation being not what you're used to now, and you just watch it because it's like, oh, I just want to see the most overpowered dude. He literally can just touch your forehead and make your head explode. So it's like, oh yeah, totally. I like overpowered. This is cool. But I mean, admittedly, I am one of the biggest Bleach fans ever. I have Zanpakuto tattooed on my hip. That's not a joke. I really do. One of my buddies was talking about like, oh, I just got into anime. I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, I started watching Ninja Scrolls. I'm like, so you like hentai? And he's like, no. I don't like it because of that. I like the fighting. What's this Bleach show about? And I just like kind of looked at him, and I was like, oh, let me just tell you about Bleach. And I just started like laying out. So he watched a few episodes, and he was like, can I ask a question? I said, go ahead, man, shoot. And he was like, why does everybody have to explain the technique to you before they use it or while you're in it? And I'm like, oh.
I'm dead.
Well, that's how they can get, that's how they can, you know, that's so you can get out of it. It's the James Bond method.
It's exposition.
Yeah, it's exposition. And my buddy was like, I got another question. Does Ichigo get another move? And no.
I've done other moves.
No, he doesn't. And he's like, does he
Zero.
Does he freak it out? Does he make it different? I'm like, he has another one to it to make it an X. And he's like, but it's still a Gasuka Tensho. I'm like, oh yeah, still Gasuka Tensho.
Oh yeah, that.
And he said, and I quote, why don't people just step to the side? I couldn't help it. I was like, fair point. Because in a week, he got to the end of the anime.
Jesus.
Yeah, he just he powers
That's
through it.
That's a binge watcher right there. Holy
I know how it is, man. I be doing that.
Me too. But he was like, I got to the point with Aizen, and I love Aizen. I'm like, everyone loves Aizen. He's one of the greatest anime villains, and if you argue with me, I'll tell you you're wrong. And he said, at the final fight, when he went Final Getsuga, because spoilers, Ichigo does Final Getsuga, because every anime protagonist has to lose their power at least once.
At least.
He does the great Mugetsu, the big black Gasuka Tensho, and he was like, once again, it's a Gasuka Tensho. I'm like, his final move is a Gasuka Tensho. That's true. Big as shit, though. He said, why did Aizen just step a quarter inch to the left? Or the right? Because it's a straight line attack. And I'm, fair point, sir. Fair point. Then he said, and then why did Ichigo get the worst power ever and become a Fullbringer? And I said, do you know you can read it now, right? He literally looked me in my face and said, Buster, you didn't tell me I had to read. So now he's reading it, and he just said, cool. So I guess, and then he reads it ahead of time. Like he's kind of caught up now. He's almost at the end. And he said, so let me ask you a question. I said, what's up, man? Spoiler for Bleach if you haven't read it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He said, Is Zangetsu Yuhabak? And I tried to play dumb. I was like, why do you ask that? And he goes, because the motherfucker looks just like Yuhabak. And I was like, I can't argue with you, yes. but then he was like, can you suggest me any more anime? And I just took a deep breath and just started laying out lines. Just for all the way from Samurai Champloo to Afro Samurai to Hunter x Hunter. By the way, if you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter, watch that.
It's literally on my to-do list.
Oh my god. It has one of the most disrespectful scenes in any anime, and that includes Ichigo getting killed by Byakuya with the "you fall slow."
Yeah, dude. I want to. All right, as soon as I finish JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
yes!
I'm on it.
Listen, I love JoJo too.
I'm not gonna lie. I started it thinking, "Hey, this is gonna be kind of goofy." Wrong, completely wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like people die, a lot in very terrible ways in this show. I was not ready for this because I literally thought with how they built the art style now and how bright and vibrant it was, and the title of the freaking show.
That's true.
I thought it was going to be goofy.
you're expecting Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, actually, yeah, again, kind of similar. You're expecting one thing, and it's like, wait.
Yeah, because like the show just starts off with like blood and gore. I was like, okay, well, I was like, I even paused it and got and like undid it full screen. I was like, I think that I'm getting trolled here. Like, this can't be the right show. Like, I'm gonna go to a different website real quick and check on this. Because this does not, look like the Bizarre Adventure.
Are you on Stardust Crusaders? Is that where you started?
No, I started from the first one, like the 2002.
Okay,
one.
with all the classic rock references.
The crap ton of classic rock references. Okay, I haven't watched JoJo's.
It's a shit.
But I know that like at least like 90% of the stands are freaking or like freaking reference. Well, the mangaka was a huge fan of 80s 90s ish rock, I think, or 80s and before. But so yeah, it's a crap ton of musical references.
Well, in the first one, I'm not going to go into the story because I don't want to spoil it for Game Boy because I don't like things spoiling for me. The villain is named Dio. You know, Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
And that kind of continues on, like, the classic rock drops, but the very first, the 2002 series, it's just chock full of it. Like, Like, if you're a classic rock fan like I am, I was like, oh, well played. Another one? Okay. Yet again, that's four in an episode. Okay. And then by the end of the series, I was like, I love this series. I'm just going to keep watching it. And then what I like about it is it continues on the story, but just a little bit, just barely. It's all about a JoJo. That's it. And then the powers change throughout every season. And I'm watching Stardust Crusader. Well, they do callbacks. They do callbacks, but I mean, you were aware of that, right?
Mm-mm.
It's about a JoJo, but not the JoJo that you see.
Yeah, the way they progress, like instead of from like one season to the next, they actually start on a new JoJo.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll say that much because that's one thing that I've heard. Like a lot of people give JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a lot of praise because they avoid a lot of the OP syndromes of a lot of fighting manga and anime. Because one particular character never really gets uber super powerful just because of his adventure, because it like goes on to another JoJo
and just switches off. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. It's always a JoJo with the star, because that's JoJo has a star on his shoulder.
I figured
right?
as much. Yeah.
That's how you can tell. But it's really good. It's one of my favorite. I mean, it's not Yu Yu Hakusho, which is still number 1.
Yep, still my number 1.
It's not Hunter x Hunter, which is my number 2, which should speak volumes.
Hunter x Hunter. I mean, it is made by the same guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Rave Master, which is number 3.
Really, Rave Master?
Well,
holy crap!
Oh my god, Rave Master!
I loved it.
Rave Master was such a horrible translation, though.
Oh, dreadful translation!
Like the English version was such an awful translation, but also, just to let you know, the rock references in JoJo's, there is a stand called Black Sabbath.
Yeah, they keep it
Just straight up Black
Sabbath. Yeah, that is someone's stand, and it's like. Yeah. So yeah, the references are huge in JoJo's.
Yeah, massive actually.
Oh, actually, before we go, Rave Master. Have you ever watched Fairy Tail?
Yeah,
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
All right, I'm gonna say it's funny because they actually. Well, I'm pretty sure Fairy Tail is made by the same person who made Rave Master, and it's funny because there's like a big filler like episode where they do like a play. And then someone's dressed up as a guy with a whitest wig and giant sword, and everyone's like, Rave Master. It was like that's him.
Yeah,
and it's kind of funny.
Well, I mean,
funny that they do it.
Natsu looks just like him, but yeah, Rave Master was the first anime done by the mangaka of Fairy Tail. He reuses a lot of assets. Let's put it that way.
A lot of exactly. It's almost like how I forgot that one creator always reuses the Crap, what the heck is that? I'm trying to think what that character's name is. That little bunny thing. Why? Oh, dude, it's gonna irritate me. I'm gonna have to Google it at some point.
That's like even Akira Toriyama and having Rayleigh in early Dragon Ball, which was from his Dr. Slump manga.
I'm trying to
he
think.
Just straight crossed it over with Dragon Ball.
Man, I must say I love it when people reuse like assets from other shows, like they're just normal in different worlds and stuff. And I'm like that's kind of just like a cool crossover because like the thing is it doesn't matter, and it's just kind of like a cool thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I mess with it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and it's like super easy to tell. Like I said, from Akira Toriyama and like his art style and everything, super easy to tell when he does things because everyone ends up looking like Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong.
From that one game series, Dragon Quest to Chrono Trigger, they're everywhere.
They are literally. It's literally a clone.
Exactly. It's like, oh, so Kronos, Goku, fine. Magus, High Widow's Peak, Cocky Grin, Vegeta.
Oh, they're called Mokonas.
Mokonos.
Mokona. Mokona. It's like a little bunny thing with like a gem in the middle of his head. Mm-hmm. And if you've seen one, you'd be like, oh, that thing, like immediately. But yeah, because they're literally used in a good amount of animes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you look,
basically Pooh from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep, exactly. But they just pretty much use this thing a ton of times, and it's awesome. It's adorable.
Like I love seeing. As I said earlier, I'm a Bleach fanatic, so I looked up Tate Kubo's work, and he has one called Zombie Powder.
Oh yeah.
And when I read it, obviously there's no anime for it because it's the first thing. It started off as a one shot, and then he was like, okay, 2, 7, 15, 50. I'll stop at 50, I promise. But you see the starting lines of Zanpakuto, of the Shinigami. You know, the main character has a chainsaw sword. It's dope. It's so good. But I have a friend who's probably as deep into anime and manga as us and myself. And we were talking, and I love the anime manga Black Clover.
I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
When you watch it, you're like, oh man, this guy really loved Naruto. It's a magic world, a world where magic, and when you reach a certain age, you get a grimoire that gives you a magic ability if you can use mana. The main character has no mana. He is literally unable to cast magic in a world where everyone can do at least some sort of magic. Think Daku, basically.
Okay.
He doesn't have the ability, but he finds what's called a black grimoire, which gives him a sword that is anti-mana.
Oh. Okay.
And I mean, there's, he's basically Naruto. He has a friend who is super strong, really skilled, Sasuke. There is a magic emperor, the Hokage. There's Magic Knights divisions taken from Bleach. There's one guy who likes to fight a lot, Kenpachi. And I'm like, oh man, you're definitely taking a lot
Rock Lee.
Yeah, there's somebody who just throws hands, Rock Lee. And we could argue about why Rock Lee is one of the greatest Naruto characters. We can argue that.
Oh, easily. Actually, none like Josh. He made a Rock Lee rap, and I was like, this is probably going to be the best one that he writes. And so far, I'm 100% correct. Because I was like, that's one character you can't you can't just like nonchalantly go over it. Like, nah, man, you got to make this dope.
Yeah, seriously. Because I mean,
all right. Well, he starts off great, and then kind of Shippuden happens, and then he kind of just slides into obscurity, and you're like, no.
Wait a minute. Yes, he kind of slides into obscurity until Madara, however you want to say it, comes into play and says to, I'm sure he says it to Mike Guy, who trained Rock Lee, I've never fought a taijutsu user like you. I'm going to have to go all out now.
Mike Guy overshadows Lee. When Shippuden starts, because Mike Guy has fights with Kisame, he has fights with Madara. Dude, Mike Guy becomes the strongest character in Naruto for 5 whole minutes.
Yeah.
And then of course, like Naruto and Sasuke, do their thing like right after that. And like, he is no longer the strongest character in the show right now.
He's super strong. Naruto and Sasuke get superpowers. Never mind.
Yep. Here goes this ancient passed on power to you. All right, and he is no longer the strongest in the show. I like how Madara even pretty much acknowledges, like, if I actually was alive, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Right now. It's like, like you would have killed me 100%.
Oh yeah. Actually, one thing I do love about Naruto also, which was a joke that was thankfully like carried over in translation, was the fact that in early episodes of like I think it was the first chapter of the manga and like early anime episodes, they make the joke that if Naruto had a show, he wouldn't even be the hero of it, which was utterly true until Shippuden.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't real. Main character status was basically Sasuke. Basically, in Naruto, until Shippuden, until he goes off and trains and comes back, and then starts showing what he's learned and what he can do now. But basically up until Rasen Shuriken, Sasuke was main character.
But go ahead, Game. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, man. I said that he's pretty much correct about that.
The best part about that whole Mike Guy fight with Madara after he says, hey, if I was alive, you'd have killed me. Well, that's one of the biggest compliments anybody could ever give. But when he started opening the gates, we all remember that part. And I'm like, he's not going to open all the gates. What happens when you open all the gates? And they opened all the gates, and I'm like, you become the Incredible Hulk.
Basically.
And then you die. And then Naruto shows up, and he's like, keep the party going. That's what he does. He shows up and goes, oh man, you're gonna die. I have this new power that I don't know what happens.
Lay on hands.
No, that's not even lay on hands, dude. That's like the most epic. That's like resurrection jutsu perfectly.
No, what are you talking about? We've seen this. It was in the Karate Kid. He just went.
Yeah, he put some Tiger Balm on and just and kept it moving.
See, actually, no, but it's so funny because, like I fully expect as soon as Mike Guy stepped up, I'm like, oh, Mike Guy's gonna die immediately. Immediately thought Mike Guy was going. Like, no doubt in my mind, I mentally prepared for him to die immediately as soon as he said that he was stepping up. It's like he's gonna open all gates to try to fight him, because at that point, we already lost Neji. We already lost the other parents. We already lost. I was like, oh, so he's gonna die too. They're just gonna really phone it home with Mike Guy. I was like, so this is it. I braced myself for it, and so whenever Naruto came up and just went bam, I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I'm like, keep it going, because that could have been bad.
Oh
yeah, it could have.
But that was easily one of my favorite. That's easily one of my favorite parts of that show. You got to do that and then live.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got to show his maximum, like fullest, utmost power, which is basically a certain death. And nope, here you go. You're all right, buddy. Walk it off.
Walk it off. He does on his hands now.
Yeah, true.
He's like, oh yeah, I have no legs, just all hands now.
Yeah.
How many times did his legs get broke?
Oh my god.
Right? I was like, yo, I hope at some point in Boruto they give him his legs back. I'm like, come on, man.
Well,
Let him
I
have
mean,
his legs.
yeah, they give Naruto his arm back, so you know.
Exactly. Like, just like, come on. Like, I hope Sakura, outdoes the lady Hokage.
Tsunade.
Yeah. And knows how to do stuff better than her and gives him his legs back.
Oh, she will.
Yeah.
She will.
And with Boruto, we talk about it a lot. Dez is the biggest not fan of the name Boruto.
No.
Just call him
I
Bolt.
hate.
Just call him
Seriously.
Bolt.
Seriously. I mean, I just hate the fact that
It's a lazy name.
Well, it's just the fact that I understand they're trying to, in English keep the the recognizability, I guess, of it. Naruto, Boruto. It makes sense, but still at the same time it's like, just translate it, you lazy bastards, please. It's Bolt. I mean, you kind of lose, like, at least for English, like, some people might lose the significance of why his name is Bolt, considering he's part Hyuga.
I want to say he's part Hyuga, part. What the heck is Naruto's?
Well, yeah, Uzumaki clan. Which
Uzumaki clan. Yeah,
we didn't understand that was a significant thing until last third of the show.
Yep.
It's like we just thought Uzumaki was his name, and all of a sudden it's like, no, the Uzumaki clan was very powerful and known for their incredible stamina and this, that, and the other. It's like, so all of his stuff makes sense.
Related to Hashirama, one of the greatest Hokages in the history of the Leaf.
Yeah,
right.
Because Uzumaki and Hashirama are like cousins or whatever.
Yeah, skilled at sealing jutsus. That's clever. Considering you got the biggest tail beast inside of you. I get it. I see what you did there.
All right.
Clever.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, gotcha.
That partial seal.
Yeah, all right.
That's what made me mad, though. Naruto is an Uzumaki whose specialty is sealing. His mom had one of the greatest sealing jutsus ever, the chains, which was dope.
I know, right?
This motherfucker didn't throw one seal ever.
Well, I mean, he
broke seals.
Yeah, he broke the seals. For
yeah,
sure.
but I mean, at the same time, he also didn't know that until he had the spirit talk, whatever, with his mom.
the chakra ghost.
Yeah, so I mean,
dude, that
which was actually
entire segment was just was how come y'all just they threw feels out every three episodes? I'm like, will y'all stop this shit? Man, you see your dad, he comes out, man, your mom's here. It's sad. Man, Nine Tails loves you now. This shit, I'm so fucking happy for you. The new power. This nigga's gonna start saving everybody. I'm like, can y'all slow the fuck down? Slow down. There's too much going on right now.
When?
Man. Sasuke's coming back to save people. Oh my god.
It ended with them holding hands. But not holding hands. They both blew their arms off. Number one, you had so much power, you blew your goddamn arm off. And then it's them laying next to each other with their blood commingling, like they're holding the pinky. Like so many flashbacks, so many feels.
That last fight was so full, so many flashbacks, and oh my god, so many feels in that last fight.
They beat the rabbit goddess, and then looked at each other and said, "We're gonna go fight now, aren't we?
We have to go fight."
What?
Yeah, we have to do this now. It's
Someone have to die now. What?
But you don't.
Yeah, remember when we fought back in the day in the Valley of the Kings? Let's go fuck that place up.
Yeah, it's like, you don't have to do that. You could happy ending right now. No,
just fist bump each other.
I like how they actually were both supposed to die too. They're I'm so exhausted to the point where I can't move and we're gonna lose blood and we're gonna die.
Just laying next to each other like, I fucking hate you. I hate you too. If I could punch you, I would. I would too. Like the scene.
It's but I still love you.
Yeah, we've seen Naruto crawl on the ground using his chin to get to someone.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
when I get to you, I'm gonna kill you with a headbutt. Is what he was saying to that guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like Naruto is just they're good at creating moments.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that like they're so good at just creating moments, and I'm just like flashbacks or not, like isolated moments are just amazing for that show.
Oh yeah.
Like impact.
And
I was like, shoot, even like stuff for like Shikamaru and stuff, you know, with the Hidan and Kisame fight and stuff.
The
Like
Hadan,
that.
the Hadan fight. Woo.
Spoiler, not spoiler. Me and None Like Josh's next song is us being Hidan and like Kisame. So that should be fun, and we just get to talk shit to each other.
Oh no! I'm so excited for all these now. I'm excited for I looked up while we were talking, and Pete was rampaging, biting my arms. I looked up the None Like Josh Rock Lee rap. I might agree with you. That might be one of the craziest 3.5 minutes I've ever heard.
Oh, dude, he just goes in, and I'm just like, the thing is, he put out that song, and I was like, man, bro, you should have put out ours first, because we're about to be so moment compared to this song, or at least like let's go ahead and push this back a little bit so people forget about it a little. Give it
a chance.
Your Rick and Morty rap was dope, though.
Oh man, I still love that rap. Oh yeah, did you see? I'm not sure if you've seen on like Twitter and stuff that I actually got to meet him for the first time 2 weeks ago
In Baltimore.
Yep, in Baltimore.
Nice.
And that was great. Actually, you know what? The funnier part about doing that show is like the fact that people thought that we did that all the time, and I'm like, no, I just met him for the first time today, half hour ago.
Before we stepped on stage, we fist bumped. Hey man, nice to meet you. Let's go destroy this. Yeah, I love it.
Essentially, man, because I walked in, I seen him there. Actually, it's funny because he seen me walk up to him and didn't recognize me immediately, which was hilarious. And I was like, NLJ, and he's like, oh shit! I was like, yeah. And and then the only thing we did was there was another act on stage, and we went and fully in like this super loud room, clapping real hard to kind of get a rhythm, and we kind of just went through the song once like that, and then we're like, all right, cool, I think that we can do this. Yeah, okay, cool.
Wait, that was like a one take? Y'all basically didn't even rehearse that?
No, we never went on stage to rehearse that. We literally went to the back, clapped out a bit. We basically went and then basically rapped out our lines to that rhythm that we did, and then we just went up on stage and did it.
That is a tough beat to go to, because that's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was just dope. It was like, our like natural chemistry on stage just worked out. And actually, another thing is, I don't think. See, he didn't know that I've already been on stage before. I've been on stage numerous amount of times.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But it wasn't for rapping. I used to be a dancer.
Ah.
Yeah, so like big crowds and stuff like I love crowds. I love performing. I love doing stuff like that. It's just in me. It's like when people say, "Oh man, I get nervous before getting on stage." I'm like, I literally have no fear ever getting on stage. I feel perfectly content in front of, and it's kind of dope. Actually, I perform better if I'm like in front of a crowd as opposed to a small group of.
Now this is all joking aside. This is just a joke. When you said dancer, I was going to say, do you mean like dancing or like exotic dancing? Because somebody made a reference to me when I was like super in shape after I did the Insanity like 3 times, the Insanity workout. I was kind of like Shred City, Utah. Somebody was like, dude, you should just like strip one time, be an exotic dancer. I was like, yeah, you can call me Magic Mike, but not like Magic Mike like that movie, but like Magic the Gathering Mike. nerdy. and so,
I'm dying. Happening, Mike.
Magic the Gathering, Mike.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody now knows. Everybody, all the listeners, if you've been from the beginning, you know my name is Mike, so it makes a lot more sense.
Oh God.
I can do like a real nice one to be like a white deck, and then if I want to get real nasty with it, do like a black deck. Just go crazy with it. And when I said that, everybody was like, "Dude, do you think of things you say before you say them?" And I'm like, "No, I don't."
I don't. I mean, I definitely.
No. Buster's best comes when it's off the cuff.
I mean, the whole Jon Snow line. I just said it, and then you were like, "That's so good." I'm like, "Take it, please. Say it in a line. I will just. You don't even need to say anything. Just when you do the line, just kind of like wink or pull your ear like Carol Burnett, and I'll be like, "That's for me. Hell yeah."
I'm tagging you. Like, look. If I put that in anything, I'm already just gonna put like the tagline and then like a dash quote from Buster Knuckles. Oh my God!
I mean, I've also mentioned I watch all of your stuff. If you put it out, I watch it. Just like Daddy Fat Snaps. I mean, I'll start watching more than Like Josh because that whole Rock Lee thing. I have a few things I wrote down.
Okay.
Okay. Des, if I don't know if you've kept up, but this is going to be pretty interesting for you. The Black Panther beat.
Yes.
Who made that?
It was a guy I found named A Shot's beat. And it's funny because at that time, whenever I found that beat, he wasn't called A Shot's beat. It was like a midway transit. Like before I put out the song, he switched his YouTube name, and I ended up putting it out under like his producer name. But it was like actually I feel like Googling that too because his YouTube name was like something super generic, like instrumental hip hop beats 2018 something like that. And I was like, and then you want to know, man, this is the most racist thing ever. All I did was type in African beats and then boom, second one that popped up. I think actually it might have been the first one. I was like, African beats. I'm like, all right, cool, perfect, Black Panther.
I mean, this is going to sound fucked up, but I'm assuming you've seen Black Panther, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I went to go see Black Panther, I came out so angry at myself. Like, I came out, I was like, man, Tony Stark's a dick. That's fucked up. They don't even respect Wakanda. And then, like, my girlfriend looks at me and she goes, "Hun, you do realize you're more Tony Stark than you are T'Challa, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but still, it's fucked up. No one respects T'Challa. No one respects Wakanda. Wakanda's way better than America." And she was like, "Hun, you do realize that Wakanda doesn't exist?" I'm like, "Forever." And for the entire ride home, she looks at me, she's like, "Why are you so hostile?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Oh, my God.
I don't. Like, and she, like, we got home, and she's like, "Are you better?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm better now." And when I saw that video, and I just started listening to it, and that beat hit, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go fight somebody. I'm ready to go." But what it made me think of when I heard the beat, I'm assuming you're a hip hop fan.
Absolutely.
Are you familiar with Sci-Hi?
Oh yeah.
It reminded me of the Nelson Mandela beat.
Okay. Actually, it's funny. I just told my friend who's starting to get more into making music that his song That Side sounded like something that he'd make. If you've ever heard of that song, it's called That Side, and it's him and Kanye West. Oh, and that song hits so damn hard. Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I listened to him, do a lot of interviews, and when he talks about meeting Kanye, how Kanye is so weird. Like, "Yeah, man, we should just do a song. Let's just do a song right now." And he's like, "I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, but I did it." Because, if Kanye West says, "Hey, let's do a song," I'm sure if Kanye West came to you right now, Gameboy, and was like, "Hey, man, let's do a song," you'd be like, Yeah.
Yes, 100% right now. Cool.
Are we 808s and heartbreaks, or are we like college dropout? Where are we at right now? Like, where are we in the line?
We're doing my beautiful dark twisted fantasy style.
Yeah.
I'll do that too. Never done it. I'll do it now. Just hand me some auto tune. I'll do it.
Hand me some auto tune.
But yeah, actually, you know what's funny? I mean, like, if Kanye did that, like, hell freaking yes. Actually, you know what's so funny is the fact that the person who's arguably asked me more than I've asked him to do a song, Dan Bull.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, like, he'll message me every so often and be like, "Hey man, so when are we doing a song?" And I'm like, "Bro, like I want to grab you, but I want to grab you for the one that I think that's gonna like be the most hard hitting and the most impactful that I'll get. You know, that like we'll both kind of get something out of it. Like I just don't want to be like, all right, cool, and here goes this one random song, and boom, there we go." Like I didn't like, you know, because it's easy to just grab like one topic and then just make like a song about it, but I actually really want to find like a beat and something that I feel like, okay, I'm going to deliver, and on this platform is going to be like a changing moment. That's what I kind of want for that. So yeah, until after I find that song, and it has to be a gaming song, because fun fact, majority of the nerdcore like community that you know, most of them don't watch anime or do anything with comic books.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most of them do not know a single thing about it. Like, actually, we just I'm not sure if you've been seeing this float around. Actually, yeah, you definitely did, because you follow Fat Snaps, the whole Avengers Cipher thing.
Oh yes, good
Okay.
God, yes.
That's real. That is 100%
Oh
real.
yeah.
And there's like 16 freaking people on it.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be amazing.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my God.
Who did you take?
I'm Spider-Man.
Okay.
Nice.
I will say the group chat started, and I immediately said, "I'm taking the black guy." And then Nim said, "Okay, you're Falcon, I'm Black Panther." And I was like, "Nah, forget that. I ain't Falcon." So then I took Spider-Man instead.
Forget that.
I was like, "Nah, I want to be Falcon. I'm Spider-Man." So I'm happy with my Spider-Man lines and stuff in it, and it's funny because there's some people who are like, yeah, I'm about to, I mean, because I still did research on the new Spider-Man, I guess, which actually still didn't do anything, because like I think I did a whole bunch of like general branching terms whenever I made like my lines for it. But a lot of people had to dig way deeper than I did to write their lines, because they're like, I literally don't know about the MCU. Like Dan Bull said, like he literally had no idea what the MCU was about until after this cipher started.
Mm.
Yeah, and he got Doctor Strange, and I will say the first audio clip he sent us is probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Because you know the spot where Doctor Strange goes, "Oh, I can't beat Dormammu. I'm going to put him in the loop." Mm-hmm. Like in the movie? Okay. Well, Dan Bull sends us a file an hour and a half long. And there's like a spot where he goes and goes something, and I'm gonna put you inside this loop endlessly. Dormammu, moo, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain, and that loops for an entire hour and a half. And I was like, so and the thing is, I say that it loops, but like I listened to it for a good 5 minutes to see if it was a loop. And the thing is, at least for 5-ish minutes, it's not a loop. I know for a fact it's not a loop for 5 minutes at least. Because the thing is, like, once it hits like a minute, he goes, Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I've bargained. Dormammu, I've come to bargaineth. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. And then they're all different. for 5 whole minutes. And I was like, I don't know where he's looping at. I don't know how long he did this into a fucking microphone until he stopped. So, like, either he did it for an entire hour and a half into a microphone while doing something, or, like, he at least went, like, 10 minutes and then did a 10-minute loop, at least.
Oh, my God.
but he at least went past at least 5-ish minutes saying that to a microphone. So, yeah, that's all I know. And I kept skipping around on it, and I was like, I can't find one that sounds like the exact same as the other. So, yeah, to my knowledge, this man sat there for an hour and a half and said, Dormammu, I've come to bargain, into a microphone after a 30-second verse.
One of my favorite, I want to say, collaborations you've done with, I don't want to say, I guess it's nerdcore. Is that the term you use for it?
Yeah,
I call it geek hop, but that's okay.
Geek hop.
I get it. The horror movie collab you did,
Cypher.
the Cypher.
Yeah, that one was big.
That was one of my favorite ones because, I mean, you did Saul Billy the puppet. Is that what they call him?
Billy the puppet.
Billy. But for the Jigsaw movie, yeah.
I'm just looking up who else was on it so I don't go wrong.
It was me, Fat Snaps, Aaron Nash, because it was his channel, Deathmatch, Rocket Gaming, and them raps.
Yes. I mean, they were all good. You killed it. I'm an It fan, so that Pennywise bit at the end, the fact that he had the voice and the inflection, I was like, oh God, that's freaky. That's so good.
That's what everyone does with Aaron, because he's actually really good at doing impressions. That's actually one thing that I'm just like I can't do it. Like I can't bring myself to do something like that. Like I can do impressions of stuff, but like impressions in music in me just don't like to me, it's not like aesthetically like because like you know it's just not like pleasing to my ear. So it's something I never would want to do myself. So like I give people their props who can do that because oh my God, his freaking Pennywise voice is spot on and stuff, and I commend him for that. But like it's something that I can't I can't do, man. I just don't know why. Like I remember an impressionist is something I wanted to do at some point in my life, and I just I kind of ditched it. I was like, I do too much stuff, and I was like, this is definitely the back burner of all things that I can do. So, dude, that horror movie Cypher was awesome, and I'm actually really glad that whenever we did the blocks of people, or it was like 222, I'm glad I ended up with Aaron just because his channel loves Pennywise, first of all, and then two it got because the thing is he actually said, he was like, yo, no matter how I do on this, people are gonna say that I'm good. He's like just because it's Pennywise and this is my channel on how like this works. So then I pretty much immediately thought anything next to him was gonna be like, oh, whoever rapped before him did freaking garbage, man. Like that was my immediate mindset as I went through it. And then like I was like, no, people liked it. I was like, all right, cool. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was super nervous being next to him in the lineup. But it worked out.
Now my question from that is, do you guys just say, hey, okay, I'll go first? Because having Daddy Fat Snap start first as Leatherface might have been like, he came in with the chainsaw on fire, covered with nuclear warheads. You know what I mean?
That man's scary. All right, okay. Aaron put out the preview the day before, or like the week before, and then I think I commented down like below because it only did his first like 3 bars, and I said, hey, can I like redo mine? I was starting this off. No company. I was like, oh my goodness gracious, this man is going off right now because he brought a lot of intensity to his. But actually, as far as ordering goes, we're actually all just given a snippet of the track. We don't know where we're at. We don't know anything until that track comes out. Only person, the only person who knows is Aaron. While he's like editing it, I send in my track, and then I'm gone. I'm out of the ether. Like, I have no idea what's gonna happen to it until it's out. So that's how that works.
The part that I love of your verse, when you first start, okay, is everyone present? Because you probably...
Like the classroom?
Yeah, like it's a classroom, and the fact that, I mean, the guys before you brought fire. And it was like, kind of like, to me, you were getting everyone focused, like, okay, this is me. I'm going to do Jigsaw now. Just to let you know, I know those guys chainsawed it. I'm about to come in with a bunch of traps and just kill everybody. Like, you did, like, as much as I love all the other guys, when you did your verse was so good because you took the Jigsaw, like, mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do with this one, because it's like, man, there's not like a good way of like wording this, because like it's the one thing because I'm not sure, because again, last time we've talked, my channel has seen, a definite switch now. Mm-hmm. Now where I'm doing all like original music now instead of doing covers after cover after cover after cover now. So my whole thing is trying to get into mentality of things while also still being me within it too, because the thing is, like, people can get into mentalities and they're like, all right, there's a big debate in our community where it's like, okay, you have to make a song about this said person and it has to fit this vibe. Like, there's even like a time where my Defender song came out completely different than what it started out as, because people were like, I don't think that beat fits the Defenders. It's not hard hitting enough. It's not this, it's not that. And I ended up changing it, which, I mean, like, good. I like the beat better anyway. But like, that's how things can change just because, like, like, people have a different way of like perceiving things. Mm-hmm. And the way that I see it as, like, nah, man, this is the way I actually perceive it, and this is the way I'm going to write it and attack it, because that's how it is. Because I know even Bone Cage, he made like a big tweet about that, because everything that he does is goofy. So if he wants to make a Thanos song but like talk about Thanos taking a shit or something, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna make a funny Thanos song, even though Thanos is this I will destroy everything type of person. But, he's just like, no, this is how I interpret everything. So I don't care how this person's vibe is. This is how this person's vibe is going to get turned into, because I'm doing it. That's how I think I attacked Jigsaw.
I love how you went right into Thanos, because I wrote down the Thanos rap, the fist fight with a god line.
Yes.
Like, when you said that, I was like, I can't argue with you. Like, it's literally, he has the gauntlet. Why would you fist fight with him? Like, it worked on so many levels that I it's just so funny when you said Thanos. I was like, man, does he have my notes? Because that's just one of the most crazy things. And when you changing, I liked your covers, like the Little Dicky Save That Money cover you did. The Little Pump. I don't even know who that is. My thinking is, if you're not Lil Wayne or Little Dicky, I don't mess with you. But I listen to it because, I support people who are the family, the revolution. Yeah. We support. The My Girl Watches Anime line.
My girl loves watching anime.
My girl loved watching anime. I was like, okay, I get you. I'm with you.
I will say the original line of that is "My girl loves cocaine." So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There goes the switch for that one. And I was like, nah, my girl don't like cocaine. My girl likes anime.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, I'll start sending you links now if when we get off. That way you can see the epicness.
Well, when speaking of epicness, I do enjoy one specific line in your Ryu verse. Can you get knocked out? Sure, you can.
Yeah.
I love that line because it is definitely like one of the biggest, especially one of the biggest puns in Street Fighter.
Oh,
can you do such and such? Sure, you can.
Actually, it's funny because whenever Zach was making that giant cipher, he said, I need a Ryu. I jumped on that thing faster than anyone could even do anything. Because I had a line in that, like, done. I've had a Ryu like line saved for like over a year. Actually, maybe like 2-ish years.
Nice.
That I've wanted to use so bad, and it's like, and I KO Ken.
Oh yeah,
I like him Goku,
yeah.
and I was like, that's like the biggest like double, triple, quadruple entendre that I could think of, and I was like, man, there's so many people who are like, I don't get the Goku thing. And I'm like, come on, KO Ken, like, come on. He's getting knocked out. I'm KOing Ken, the other Street Fighter. I was like, come on, this is so dope. This is such a dope line. And it's going over so many heads. And I was like, I knew that it was like, it was definitely going to be a more complex, diverse line that was going to happen too. But I'm just like, oh, I've been waiting to use that line for so long. Because I KO Ken like I'm Goku.
Your rhyme's so sweet, like you brought the Pocky.
Oh yeah, no, right.
Like, there's so much stuff.
That
like,
entire verse is just.
Yeah, I want to send you. I want to hug you sometimes when you say things because it's like, to me, I remember. I mean, I think I mentioned it when the last time we were on. I lived in Japan.
Yeah, no.
I think I might have, but it was
Briefly.
also like a year ago, maybe more or less. I don't know. I don't know numbers because we forgot to even cover this, Des. Apparently, by the way, welcome to episode 99.
I seen that on Twitter.
Yeah, you are the Thunderstone to our Pikachu for us to become Raichu and step into big boy numbers. I guess episode 100.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, apparently I can't count because in my head, holiday episodes don't count as episodes. But Des, the text thread, the thread we have in our DMs, Des was like, so
Is this part, or is this a thing that we just did, or
you don't do numbers, do you?
It's like,
You're like, oh, my bad, and then renumbered everything, right?
No, we just left it. I'm just going to start. This is just going to be episode. It's going to go episode 96, 99, and
that works pretty much.
Yeah.
That works. All right.
The subtitle of this might be "I don't do numbers." Sorry,
I don't do numbers. All right, sweet. I don't do numbers.
I don't do numbers. I don't count holiday. Like the Doctor Who Christmas special is not an episode number. It's just this Christmas special. That's what I counted. I'm sorry. The holiday specials were something different. I apologize. Apparently they count in podcast world. Listeners, dear listeners, I apologize. Thank you for sitting with us for almost 100 episodes.
That is dope. That is dope that you guys have been going on that long.
It's surprising.
Absolutely.
Because Des and I get freaked out when people, like, we had a listener who, G-Ran.
Jiren.
We were running a couple, don't worry, I'm going to, that's also on the list, the Jiren, the gray.
Okay.
He jumped in, we were running a couple Nightfalls, and he was like, dude, it's so crazy, I'm playing with you, and, I listen to you guys all the time, it's like I'm listening to an episode, and Des and I are like, please stop. Please stop. It's weird. It's
Stop
weird. I'm just a dude who talks into a microphone for 3 hours on a Saturday. Thank you for listening, though.
It's actually kind of funny because I kind of get that too. I definitely get people who are like. I mean, I have people who it's to the point where I have one kid who Like actually, I mean, I have a few people who send me videos of them like rapping to my music. Some people who make fan art. Some people who just like, hey man, I bought a t-shirt or sweatshirt and take like a selfie in it and stuff. And I'm just like, which one thing about me that's really weird is the fact that I'm literally, in this grand scheme of things, I am literally the smallest one we got. And I probably and then like it's so weird that I sell as much merch as I do because I'm pretty sure I sell more merch than like a good amount of some of the people, which is really weird for me. But like yeah, it's so weird that I'm only at like 5.5K subscribers, and then people just like even the like community itself like whenever the cipher was a thing I'm still like one of the people tagged, not like forgotten, because there's definitely people who kind of like straggled their way in. They're like hey, like what about me? They're like hey yeah like the more the merrier, the more like I'm always remembered first, which is really weird for me. Like they're like oh, here goes Dan Bull, JT Music, Nerd Out, GameBoyJones. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, sweet. I like that. But it's always really weird for me that I'm kind of seen as like, oh yeah, he's just really good. Put him on stuff.
I mean, your talent. You know, you are a talented. You do know that, right? You're talented.
I mean, I guess it's the one thing where like whenever you do something, you don't see it that much. And then also I think of it also as like a business point too, because the thing is like there's definitely a lot of douches who are just like, oh, I can't work with you because you're actually not shit in this at all. Like you are nothing in the grand scheme of things. And like all of them are just like, no, you will produce a nice product and I want to put you on it. Just because.
Now, that's funny you mentioned that there are some douches. I'm not going to ask you to name them because, you know, that's going to start beef, and I don't want to be on. We've already been on a little bit of a Reddit debacle once. That's why I call them Cheeto Fingers. You know, we make fun of Reddit, the Destiny subreddit rather. Some Reddits are great, and I fucks with them. But Daddy Fat Snaps had sort of the same line. That there are some douches out there. And he put out probably one of the most vicious verses I've ever heard. And this counts... Oh, yeah! This counts like, you know, Ether, Shook Ones, Second Round Knockout, Stomp, you know, all the great Hail Mary, all the great diss tracks in history. He put out one of the most vicious ones, and I'm sitting here like, who did he just kill?
I know! I've always wanted to know. Yeah. I've always wanted to know, man.
He won't tell. Like, and that just speaks to the man's professionalism. That he's like, no, he knows he got shot at by a nuclear warhead, followed by a Kamehameha, by a Rasengan, and it got Super Tensho that you didn't step to the left with. So you know what happened. Spirit bomb, you know, all that.
Whatever you want to say. Yeah, dude, it's just one of those things where I was like, I want to know so bad, because I remember him like going at him, and I was like, who did this? And the thing is, no one's actually like, which actually, you know, the funnier part about that is whenever he made it, I was like, okay, I can understand saying, okay, I don't want to work like with you, because you know, whatever, that happens. But the fact that like Fat Snaps put that the person was like, oh yeah, like I just completely murder you on a track and blah 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 blah. I was like that's kind of unfathomable, because I was like, Fat Snaps is not a slouch as a rapper whatsoever. No. I was like, geek or not, he is not a slouch as a rapper. And I was like I couldn't think of anybody who I would be looking at and being like, oh yeah, you would just completely destroy Fat Snaps. I don't think that would ever happen, ever. But that's why I'm just like, I don't know who would say that. Hey, man, people crazy out here.
That's the thing in every community. Like with you and your nerdcore community, I'm sure there's you mentioned there's some douches. For us in the podcasting Destiny sub realm, we haven't found very many. You know, there's a few emails that have been ignored or just totally disregarded, and there's been some things said. I won't bring up names, but generally, if I reach out to somebody and they're from the Destiny community, they're like, "Yeah, man, just let me know when. We'll link up. If we gotta do a Friday, we can do a Friday. I mean, I know Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is kind of tough for some people because it's Saturday.
Yeah,
and we make do with what we can. If we need to change, we'll go to a Friday night and all that. But I've never had anybody. I mean, disrespectfully be like, "Nah, you're not big enough."
Yeah. We definitely haven't come across that.
But also, I can rage. If I felt disrespected, Des has talked me off the ledge several times. Of I'm gonna jump down there. I'm gonna do a cool landing pose. I'm gonna pull out the Infinity Gauntlet with my just go all kinds of crazy. And Des has been like, "Listen here, Buster. Please take a breath. Take a breath.
Deep breaths,
Woosah,
deep
woosah. Remember
breaths.
your pleasure points. Remember that. Remember. Calm down. Look at Pete. Relax." And I'm just okay. Don't get mad. Because, I mean, you do the whole nerdcore thing solo, and I mean that's commendable. But with a team like Des and I, I'll just use any great duo. He is the. I mean, I guess yin and yang. We're like yin and yang, He
Pretty literally, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say. I mean, you'd be Naruto and I'd be Sasuke. I don't know if that's a proper reference, but we have each.
Let's get along more.
way more.
Oh yeah, we get along. It's just there's facets of our personality that we like a lot of the same things. But at the same time, it's like I said, there's just core facets of our personality that are just utterly opposed.
Introvert, extrovert.
Pretty much exactly like that also, because I am definitely more the introvert. Which hilariously, also recently for an upcoming guest, started having some talks on Twitter, but if I reach out like that, I lay up to Buster. Mm-hmm. A, because he has the scheduling, and B, it's like, you talk this out better, so here you go, buddy. Balls on the tee.
Yeah, that's the line he uses. Hey, bud, balls on the tee.
Balls on the tee.
Hit it with the tree, buddy. Knock it out the park. And I never met a Mike I didn't like. I can definitely talk to anybody. But
and
the crazy thing is though, Game Boy, that Des and I, our birthdays are what, hours apart?
Yeah, hours
apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hilariously.
And we're both cancers.
Hilariously.
And it's so funny because we're water signs, and he is like a calm, cool pond where you hear geese and nice things, and I am a fucking raging waterfall with tornadoes and sharks in it. It's just how it is, and it's great that it's a very few times in your life you can find somebody who understands and gets you, like how Des can be like, hey Buster. Calm down. And we have like an unspoken mental connection when we not just playing games, but like if I put something out, he'll be like, "You okay? You angry? Are you hungry?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you hungry?
Yeah. Because I turn into a fucking werewolf when I'm hungry. But we'll be playing, Destiny or something. We'll be playing. We won't be communicating. We'll just be talking like we are now, not making call outs. And then he'll turn around and I'll see like, "Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm like, no, you're not." And I'll save him, or he'll save me, and we'll just be like, shake and bake. But
that's dope. I mean, I have someone like that, but it's not for what I do. Do like in YouTube, because actually, all the way up until what would I say? All the way up until Blame, I think. Or no, the one take contest. Nope. All the way up until Power. Jeez.
Nope.
my friend mixed all of my stuff for me. And eventually I took the reins because I wanted to try to experiment with my sound, which now I think I'm doing a pretty good job experimenting and learning new things. Because the thing is, like, someone mixing, because like there's like, you know, this is definitely getting into music. There's a difference between someone mixing your voice to the point where, you know, like, okay, you took out all of the dead space, you brought the voice forward, and yada yada yada. Cool, but like, there's a difference between that and then someone who can find a sound for you. And like, I had to find a sound on my own. Like, I had to figure out what worked and what didn't. Should I add this many layers? Should I send stuff to the left earphone, to the right earphone? Should I do this? Ad-lib, blah, 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 blah. And me being able to record myself allowed me to do that. But like, for him, whenever we used to play video games, monsters. We were monsters together. Oh my God. And I miss it so much because it was all like high school shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I think like a year of college, and then after that it just kind of dissipated because, you know, being an adult and stuff, you know, happened.
yeah, life sucks.
but yeah, he's definitely my dude. I don't think I'll ever find I must say, so far as like a music equivalent, it would be none like Josh. Because actually, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but like a lot of the nerdcore like community like paired up in a weird way. Like it's me and NLJ have a whole bunch of things together. Mm-hmm. Bone Cage and Fat Snaps have a whole bunch of things. Nerd out music and Fable have a whole bunch of things. So it's like, it's kind of funny that we've all like paired up in this weird way.
I mean,
that's,
you'll find your Sasuke or your Vegeta. You'll find your partner. You know.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, you and none like Josh, you tag up so well. I'll go back to the Rick and Morty verse. That song is one of my favorites, just because you can just tell you have fun with it. You know?
It was such a fun song. That song was so fun. Like, I didn't even like. I mean, I did bars, but I was like, I'm having so much fun with this. that's all that it was for me. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
No. And
I'm so happy that it just brings actually. Oh my God. I've had a few people. I've since deleted the app because screw it. Girls suck. I've been noticed on Tinder for that song. Actually. It's not that they've matched with me because of it. It's they match me, say that they're a Rick and Morty fan. We start talking about it. They say, "Hey, there was this super cool rap,"
and then you're like,
"Rap on it." And I was like, "Tell me, did it have a black and white dude?" I said that to 4 different chicks. Did that video have a black and white dude rapping? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm the black dude. I think on one of the like occasions I said, oh, I'm the white guy in that video. And then it kind of hurt my credibility after I said, no, I'm playing. I'm actually the black guy in the video. And they're like, hi, you're still joking. I'm like, no, I'm being dead ass serious.
That's serious time now.
Yeah. They're like, no, that's actually me. They're like, prove it. So then I have to like send them to like my Facebook and shit. And they're like, oh fuck. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're on Tinder. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, I actually deleted Tinder. I'm not sure if you guys have been single while Tinder's a thing.
No.
But dude, females freaking blow. I hate them so much. Females will make up any excuse to not. Females will match you, talk to you for 2 weeks, and then say, yeah, man, you want to meet me? And you like, I swear, okay, I think any dude who was actually in like my shoes last week probably would have jumped off a ledge if they were in this situation last week. Had 5 different chicks. I know I'm a terrible person.
I know.
Talked to them for at least 2 weeks to like a month plus set up 5 different meeting dates on the exact, on 5 different dates. the day we actually were supposed to meet up, all like just completely deleted me off of everything on that day.
Oh,
Like talking normal, them saying I'm so excited to meet you, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada, and then just completely delete me on the day. All 5 of them did it. All 5 on that week did it. And I will say 2 of them I was kind of 3 of them kind of made me okay with it, because the one added me back and she was like, I think I kind of like you and I'm trying to move and I feel like I won't move if I meet you. I'm like, all right, cool. The other one said I was she said I see everything that you do, and you being such an extrovert scares me. Like I don't think that we could actually like do anything. You're so extroverted in yourself, and it's intimidating. Hey, I've gotten a lot of that I'm intimidating with how extroverted I am. No. And the other one was just like, I'm just nervous as fuck, and then she just leaves me.
the whole being, extroverted, I understand that, because like anywhere I go, I don't know if I have a face that people associate with someone else, or like I actually know a lot of people and I just had a lot of concussions and I forget people. But everywhere we go, somebody's like, "What's up, dude? Give me Nux, give me a dap, whatever." Sometimes the other day I was driving and I had obviously I had my window down. It's 87 degrees in New Jersey, and somebody passed my car and they were like, "Yo," and I was just like, "Yo," and my girlfriend was like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Why did you say hi?" I'm like, "They said hi first."
Because it's a nice thing to do. Yeah. Like, geez, I don't get. All right, actually, I will say, you guys are what, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been to the South before?
Well, I live in the South.
Des lives in the South.
I am a Bama boy.
All right, dude. I love the South so much. People are so friendly. That like I could say hi to people in the hallway at work that I don't exactly know, but I pass you every day. Mm-hmm. And people can pass me like I didn't say anything. And I remember because the thing is, my job, I travel to our other sites sometimes. So then I went to Texas once, and I went to Atlanta, Georgia, or McDonough. Yeah. So I went there, and then I remember going to, like, I wasn't the first person to say hi almost ever. And I was like, people are just so friendly and nice. I was like, I love the South. You guys are awesome. And then I went back north, and I'm like, man, all y'all are just freaking bitter. Like, none of y'all say shit. No one knows how to talk and stuff. I was like, oh, your conversation skills are just poor. And it's it's so sad. It's so sad to see the slight just north south, completely different. Mm-hmm. Oh, and speed.
I get weird looks for holding doors open for people. Like if I'm coming into a Wawa or a local convenience store and I see someone coming through the door with like stuff in their hands, yeah. I'll back up. I'll pop back and hold the door.
That's just manners.
And they just walk by, and I'm like,
yeah,
Hey, motherfucker!
Okay, so I guess that's one of those north-south differences, because you do it here, you at least get a thank you.
Well, yeah, I get thank yous everyone. I get thank yous. I would say it's 50-50. It's a fair 50-50.
Yeah, it's 50-50. Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah, down here it's pretty much guaranteed. It's like you hold the door open, thanks. It's like no problem, exactly. And you walk on and just go about your day
and go back to your day. You're like thanks or a hi or something like a little interaction. Is not that like crazy. As in like here again, I'm gonna go back to that whole like Tinder thing. Like that's just that week with the 5 chicks. Yeah. Like there's people who just won't. They're just like, I'm so nervous to meet you, and I'm like, I'm just a human being.
Stop it.
like oh my Jesus. Yeah. And like, and actually, I think the funnier part about that is like a lot of them go, I like this thing that we're doing. He's like, what if you meet me and I don't like, and you don't like me? And then I was like, then meet me so I can figure out if I don't like you. I was like, so then we can stop wasting each other's time. Like, I can be your friend. Like, I'm not the creepy stalker. Like, I was like, we've been having normal conversations. Like like I just been slinging out dick to you for the past 2 weeks and stuff. I've been having normal convos with you and stuff. So like being a friend is not an issue, but like people are just so scared to interact with people in person. And then I think, you know, that's not more, I guess, north-south. That's more so technology and how people are being raised now. But like people do not want to meet me in person. They're just like, I like talking to you this way. What if you meet me and you don't like me and you stop talking to me? And I was like, that, like this life, like we have to do this. Like, come on, just meet me.
Des, I love talking to single guys because it's just like, man, I don't miss that.
I know, right? It's because I've actually had a situation somewhat similar to that. Early days of the internet, talking to a person from a MSN chat room.
Hey, MSN chat room.
That was. But yeah, I think it was an interesting time. But yeah, it was just. I mean, I'm in Alabama. She's in California, so it's like. Nothing ever really lined up, but yeah, it was.
That's how that works. Yeah, no, I mean, I still talk to other people from other states now, and I just talk. It's whatever. I talk to a good amount of people from the South because they're way better to talk to. Like, actually, this is my favorite thing. Anybody I talk to now, currently, I do this thing. Where like girls will LOL through an entire conversation, and I want to deck them in the chins all the time. Every single one of them irritates the crap like out of me. So like it just kind of got to the point where my one of my emojis that's most used is the pointing up finger, because the thing is I just point up to it and go no, and they're like what, and I'm like I need words, like use words, use your words. LOL is not an appropriate response to this. This, like, I get it. It's funny, but like, LOL, this, that, or the other, something to keep the conversation going. LOL just deadens it. Yeah. Like, and there's nowhere to go from there. I was like, I don't think that you understand. And actually, some of them don't. So, like, some of them don't get how, like, convos work. And I was like, if I keep hitting you with the one word back, we're just going to stop talking. Like, that's how that works. And then some of them go, like, where'd you go? I'm like, well, if you just go, okay, the fuck am I supposed to say?
Yeah, what do I say to that? 3 letters.
Yeah.
Or even okay. Like, if you say something and they say okay, like, I mean, obviously, Des, you've been married, you're coming up on 10?
Coming up on 10 years in June?
Yeah, and I'm coming up on 5 in 4 days.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, we can get a little deep since Gameboy wants to throw out some feels. Before we got together, the missus and I was in a relationship with a girl, and we had a daughter, or I thought I had a daughter. It ended up not being mine after 6 years. Yeah, and that'll make you a Marion. That will put you in the icebox where your heart used to be.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that didn't make you a serial killer. Shit.
But it was funny because obviously you're single after you leave, and my buddy was like, "Listen, dude, you just need to get out there. You just need to put yourself out there." He's like, "For 6 years, you were a lion in a cage in a zoo, and they were just giving you steaks, just giving you steaks." And he's like, "And now you're free, and you don't know how to hunt." And I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. He's like, you need to just go kill a couple rabbits. You need to just get out there, feel around, get out there, bite a couple deer, see if you like the way it tastes. And I'm like, are you just talking about going on like weird dates with people? And he was like, yeah, you just need to get out there and feed. You just need to feed the beast. Then you can hunt again. And I'm like, or I could just, be me and get better, because I mean, fuck, that was dark,
Oh yeah, I feel. I feel.
I just want to watch anime and play video games and eat a bunch of ice cream for right now. Yeah, because yes, ladies who listen, when we go through breakups, we do the same thing y'all do.
Pretty much.
It just, we eat ice cream and junk food and talk to our boys recklessly.
Actually, you want to know what's something that's kind of like all right, okay. Something that almost nobody actually knows about me, except for like my super, super, super close friends, is the amount of like, which I mean, this is probably something that like kind of contributed to like my breakup a little bit. I won't say I'm cold and unfeeling, but I almost can care almost about nothing at all. Like literally, I can not care about almost anything, because the thing is, like, I think my sophomore year went through a stupid thing with a chick. I went through the woe is me thing, you know, like back when I cared, and then I think like I went through like 2 weeks of that, and then I did a thing where I was like, why am I sad? And then I was like, why does this matter? And why does this blah 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 blah? And I kind of went through that, and I don't know why, but I can quickly apply that to almost anything, and I can completely almost dismiss anything immediately. Like it's kind of weird on how fast I can throw that premise at something. Like I could even be like, oh, here goes this life-changing job. You didn't get it. Like, it doesn't matter. I can go apply for another one. Mm-hmm. One doesn't really matter in the long run. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I'm still doing something. And then I can just move on and be completely fine.
Okay, hilariously, you saying that. Well, I mean, not hilariously because it's awful and horrible, but I actually connect some dots on how I myself am able to
cope,
do that as well. Because of course I do battle like fits of depression and such, which that can't really be dismissed easily. But I mean, it was about junior high. I mean, I was in some like severe dark places, and coming out from that, I've just been, because it's very similar. After that, you just learn to like dismiss it. It's like, okay, I need to stop now. So
yeah, and then also, I think on top of that, with me having that, and then also being the natural goofball that I am, like I can dismiss it, and then I can make it into a joke, like almost immediately after. Like I had an entire stand-up comedy set on my breakup, like immediately. I was like, oh, I can do it. Like, shoot, man, I wish Def Comedy Jam was back. I'd be up there doing a set right now, just like completely on breakup. Like I think even like the witty like little one-liners I put up on I typically don't put anything like too personal on Twitter, even though I probably will now that I'm single, because why not? I think I did I put up a small joke where I was like, you know what, being single after dating a chick who's really good at makeup sucks, because now I just walk around and I see chicks like, oh, fuck, your eyeliner's not put on straight. God, bitch, like, your fucking contouring's off. That's not your shade. That's not your, man, like, and I can do that. And I can dissect girls, like, with makeup. Because, there's plenty of dudes who will just see a girl with makeup on, and that's just fine. And I'm like, nah, man, like her wing, like she's doing wing tips, man, but they fucking broken. Like, you don't see that? That's gross. That's not good. And like I can do stuff. See, look, but like that's like immediately the stuff that I started doing after my breakup. And then 2.5. All right, and then on my breakup, like her phone was on like that weird iMessage mode where you can't see like messages. So I think even after whenever I did like I think 2 weeks of that happened, then I asked her, I was like, are you happy, blah blah blah, did the whole breakup thing, asking if we're friends, yada yada yada, whatever. I asked if it was another dude. She said, no, I can't believe that you thought that it would be that. 2.5 weeks later, maybe not even, might have been 1.5 weeks, she's with a different dude. And I immediately turned that into a joke. Mm-hmm. Like again, it was more so, I think I posted a picture of a hold on bitch trap card from Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, I'm just, I want to be single and experience life, like, in a relationship was the next tag, and there was like, hold on bitch with a referee, and the description was like, when shit don't add up right, you play this trap card, and I was like, and then actually, you want to know but the funnier part about like the breakup, because the thing is, she unfriended me on Facebook and everything, and also I'm not sure if you noticed on Gucci Gang, if you you can probably re-listen to it now. I take jabs at her and her man in Gucci Gang. The Dominus Gall line.
Oh, I thought you just wanted to shout out Destiny, but no. Okay.
No, it's her. Like at first, I was shocked and appalled, but then I knew it all. I seen your new guy, and he's looking kind of ugly. Like at first, I was shocked and appalled, but I knew it all along, far as I can recall. And then I sat back and laughed. Even though I am bald, if y'all had a kid, he's gonna look like Dominus Gall. That's about them.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. So that makes way more sense now. Like a lot of people don't actually know. Yeah. See, because the thing is, it's just wrapped up in geek shit. So no one actually knows that's what that was. But when I came out with that snippet and put it on my timeline, I put P.S. I'm petty.
Oh.
That's all I put, and then like it got shared massive. And like the thing is, I was like, she blocked me after that. But I love that. I was like, no matter what you do, you still have to see me on your Facebook at some point. Mm-hmm. Like you have to. I'm shared. I'm put out there. There's literally not a way to escape me on her right. And I was like, but like, oh yeah. Also, she cleans my desk because we work together, and she's the she's the cleaning lady at my job, so she cleans up my desk. So I had to put out that snippet, then look her in the eyes the next day.
Oh God. I live for this. I mean, I got blocked. You know, that's what happens when you do a breakup in the digital age. You get blocked for everything.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The last little petty message she sent me was, I hope you're happy, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, keep going to the gym because it's working for you. And then it was like, you've been blocked. And I'm like, you can't do that. You got to at least give me one shot back. You can't. Let me do a witty repost. So then every now and then, like, on my Instagram, because that's, what she was big on, I'll put just little things, and if you don't know what it is, it's a jab, just like not like as verbally beautiful as the one you did, but I'll put little things, just little things, little pokes, and because I know girls stalk. That's what happens. Women.
I know it is the best part. I'm so petty about it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When you said thick Asian chicken, I'm talking about you, May. I was like, all right, I see what you did there. I don't like Overwatch, but I see what you did there. Now I'm actually listening so I could hear that diss again. You know what's funny though? We forgot we got into this whole RNG side tangent, and I still have stuff to talk about your raps. Your Killmonger rap. That verse was that was just amazing because I love Killmonger as a character, and because we're DBZ fans, I liked your Jaren the Grey.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And actually, again, fun fact: me and none like Josh, at some point, will do a Jiren verse Goku song at some point. But yeah, dude, Jiren is such a dope character. Like, and the thing is, I don't want to rope him into villains because he's not. He's not a villain. He's like, hey, I don't want to die. Like that's the thing. Actually, my theory on Jiren was that he actually was going to win the whole thing and wish everyone back, but they didn't go that route, and I was kind of disappointed.
I mean, slightly didn't go that route.
I mean,
slightly.
Yeah, you just heard the puppy make a noise because he knows what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I was about to ask, or I was going to ask, also personal, if your opinions on Super.
Super. Okay. I liked Super. I'm gonna say I thought that it was really good. Like, I don't understand. There was like a massive amount of hate. Like, it's either you liked it or you hated it, and I didn't understand the hate on Super.
Yeah,
because I was like, I think like as far as first of all rationalizing them to get stronger, like they actually made a good rational reason why. Hey, you should actually get stronger and stuff. Because like typically it's like. It's been done, and it's like, how can you make OP characters need a reason for strength and growth, and I think they did a pretty good job of it. Only things that like kind of got to me, that kind of got under my skin, was the Saiyans from the other universes and how fast they transformed. And that's still a half and half for me because the thing is, their base power is way higher than theirs.
Oh yeah,
was. So like I can kind of understand it.
Yeah, I mean, like at least from because I've seen a lot of issue with, oh my god, they treated like the Super Saiyan transformation like it wasn't anything. It's like, oh, we have the first female Super Saiyan, but she just like breezed right past, and it's like, do you really want like another 3 episodes of another Saiyan having to learn to go Super Saiyan? Mm-hmm. Another another like 3 episodes of Goku and Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber. You know, feel your anger, let it out, and it's like, it's tingle in the back. It's like, yeah, okay, all right, you know, I can see it. All right, sure, all right, brush it off.
And then like also the whole thing is, I think the best way they rationalize it is whenever Vegeta fought Kappa, and he's like, oh, I actually can't win this fight if we both stay at base level. He's actually as good as I am. Yeah. He's like, I literally have to go past this to fight him. Man, take base Vegeta from like the beginning of Dragon Ball Z and put him up against Kappa. He's getting worked.
Yeah, he's
like
getting worked
crazy
for sure.
Yeah, so I was like, that it's a good rationalization.
But I also do not understand the hate because it's a bunch of grown men talking about talking about how good a teenager's animation is. Because that is one thing that Akira Toriyama has always said about Dragon Ball, or at least in the past. It's like, so long as he's making his demographic happy, which was, you know, shown in Japanese boys, as long as he's keeping that demographic happy, he doesn't care.
Yep. Oh,
it is still that show.
Oh, also one of the biggest disappointing things for me, for people who hate it, who are like, I don't like Super Saiyan Blue. What, like there's people who are like, I don't like Super Saiyan Blue over Red. And I told somebody, I was like, hold on. For me being I like matching a lot. Yeah. I was like, you don't like Blue. They're like, I don't think that it looks good on Goku and stuff, or Vegeta. And I was like, bro, okay, so Vegeta, the man who actually literally wears blue, and it goes with his outfit, yeah, and Goku with all his blue accessories that it completely fits with, but you like the Super Saiyan God more. That clashes with the entire outfit and stuff, and then makes him a string bean, but you have a problem with blue. I was like, you don't make sense. I don't understand you. And then like people will be like, oh yeah, like, but like Super Saiyan 3 is still like one of my favorite transformation. And I'm like, bro, he has no eyebrows.
None.
He loses eyebrows.
Where did they go?
What rationalization is this? I was like, why does he get a Neanderthal forehead and eyebrows, but you worried about someone getting blue hair? I don't get you.
I mean, I've argued with coworkers who watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and the whole Ultra Instincts form. I call that the most disrespectful form in anime, because the first time Goku did it, he was just disrespecting everyone. The dude with the gun, firing shots at him, and all he was just doing was walking. I'm like, oh, that's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. But it's Goku. It is the most disrespectful form. And I wouldn't say anime. I mean, there's way more disrespectful forms in anime, but in Dragon Ball, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely say that. Actually, there's one thing. Okay. Ultra Instinct irritates me if they do not rationalize it. And this is the only thing that I've said will irritate me if they don't, give it a meaning. Because I said Ultra Instinct is something that everyone can learn. He shouldn't have a hair change. I was like, see, but like my thing is, I was like, but they can rationalize it if they say that his hair turns white because that's how all of the angels are.
Okay, you see, that's what I was just about to say, because that's my personal also thinking behind it. Is like, I didn't understand it, but the only people to have truly mastered, or like in canon, like, or, you know, as canon as Super is, but the only people that are known, should I say, as a better term, to have truly mastered Ultra Instinct are the angels, who all have white hair.
Exactly. And that's why I said that is the only way I'll be satisfied if they rationalize it through that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's me. And
yeah, I'm there with you like 100%, because it's like, it doesn't make sense because supposedly it's like, you know, a divine tool, but then as the episodes go, it's like, yeah, apparently even gods of destruction haven't fully mastered it, but the angels have been said to a fight this way, so it's like, all right, I mean,
it's just them. It's just how they are naturally. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Also, I will say, there were, you know how many online debates I got into people going, oh, Jiren's a dickhead for the way that he treated Toppo whenever he got lost. And I was like, no, that's not what he was doing. Because actually, I'm not sure. Did you guys think that? I'm not sure what stance that you have on this. That Jiren was like, oh, you're pathetic for losing. Is that how you interpreted that?
That scene is a little tricky for me because the way they were going with Jiren's backstory, it's like, it seems like they wanted to lean that way, but at the same time, it's kind of like,
no. See, okay. See, look. So then you do believe that? Okay. See, look. This is what it is. He's mad at Toppo for throwing everything away to be a god of destruction and relinquishing all of that. You know, taking away his justice and everything for power, and still losing it. That's why he actually told Vegeta specifically, you threw nothing away, and still we're able to beat him. And that's why I have so much respect for you. Where he lost it for Toppo for throwing it away for power.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, in order to be a god of destruction, it's pretty much, oh, your friends, family, your honor, it's just thrown off. It's like, no, you're just now this now, and he did that for that power to just lose to someone who's like, nah, man, I got a wife.
Exactly.
It's like,
which I got to say, I loved, like all throughout Super, I loved Vegeta's character moments.
Oh yeah, they were.
Oh my god, he is the only character in Dragon Ball to actually have character growth. Because I mean, you look at him from, you know, from his first introduction to what he went through in Super, and it's like, you're a completely different dude now.
You can also say Bulma is not a hoe anymore. You can also say that.
I mean, I guess every once in a while, everyone's got to settle, right?
Bulma's also not a hoe. Goku's still Goku.
I know Goku. Oh my god, Goku. Oh my god, it's no character growth. No character growth.
I know it's so painful. It's so painful, but that's what you need to have Goku.
No, right?
Is absolutely no growth. That's exactly how Goku is. You just have to keep him that base and mindless at all times, and that's how he works. Like, actually, apparently, there's like a snippet where like apparently they made Goku somewhat heroic to try to save someone.
Oh yeah, it was, the animation company was trying to make him more heroic, basically around the Frieza fight, which of course our dubs even took a little further. But yeah. Toei was trying to give purpose to Goku, essentially.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, he just likes fighting people. Stop making him this guy. Like, no.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama himself says, basically characterizes Goku as a selfish man that just wants to fight.
Goku's motto is "Get these hands."
Yeah, I mean,
they're rated E for everyone.
Get these hands, they're rated E for everyone. 100%. That is Goku, and he doesn't care. Like, that's why he abandons Chi-Chi to just train. Like, that's why.
That's why Piccolo's best father.
That's why Piccolo's best father.
The thing
I seen like.
Go ahead.
I seen a tier list of fathers, and Goku was like S tier of worst father. And I was like, true. He didn't raise his kids.
No, none of them.
I didn't
like-
start watching Super till very end, till like right before the tournament ended, and I caught up because Dez mentioned, "Hey man, you should really watch Super. It's pretty good." And I was like, I don't know. And then he sent me the clip, and I've said this a million times. My favorite DBZ moment ever of Krillin on the tractor driving around, beats Battlestar Galactica, Bears beats Battlestar, and he sees Goku. He pulls up. He's like, Goku's like, I need my team. I need you on my team. And he was like, I've been farming. Well, you've been getting stronger. I got to see where I stand. I want you to punch me. And Goku's reaction was, it's going to hurt. I don't know how to hold back. Like, I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. And Krillin's like, yeah, that's what I want. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, that's not what you want. I know how this is going to end. It's going to end comically through you flying through worlds. You're going to get sent into different dimensions. And he does. And I'm like, well, I got to start watching this now. Seeing what's going on. And I love tournaments. Tournaments are my favorite. The Dark World tournament, the Demon World tournament, and Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, I still like to say the atavism of the Mazaku might be one of my favorite transformations ever because Yusuke Urameshi gets gangster as shit.
And it's super random, and you're just like, the fuck?
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
What does this happen?
Out of the blue, it's like,
You're like, oh yeah, and you have demon. What?
You don't know how to use this body. Let me show you.
I know. It's just like, okay. There's just
kicks Shisui in the air, jumps in the air, stomps him on the chest all the way down, and in my head I'm thinking, what am I gonna do about my leg, Charlie Murphy?
oh my god.
I just hear that in my head
Yo,
as he's going down.
the fact that he kicks him up in the air, then headbutts him like 50 times before hitting the ground. Is one of the best anime moments ever. It's like this man headbutted him 50 times in air as they're falling to the ground, and then continues to do that to create a crater.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with anything else that you have. Fuck technique. We headbutting people into the ground. 100%.
My best friend, he says it all the time. He's like, you know why I like Yusuke Urameshi? I'm like, because he's a dick. Because he is kind of an asshole. I mean,
yeah, he is.
The fact that he went through the entire tournament bodying everyone, and then when he goes against Tagoro, and Tagoro's like, come on, man, take those off. I see him take them off, and he's like, I wanted to see how far I could go, and he takes the spirit cuffs off. And I'm like, he had them on for a while, and then goes up like, oh yeah, I put those on him the first day he trained. And I'm like, so he's been doing all that bullshit with 30% of only using 30% of his energy. And then obviously you see what happens.
Then he's a fucking monster.
Yeah, it brings us under. and then the seven souls when he fights the boxer who can read minds, and he's like, I'm gonna throw a punch and I'm gonna stop. And the guy's like, he's not gonna hit me. He's not gonna hit me. And he throws the punch and then he gets floored. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, yeah, I stopped. I knew you were gonna read my mind. I didn't stop my spirit energy. I'm like, God damn, Yusuke Urameshi.
He's so smart, dude. Yusuke is such a cool character, man. He's such a cool character. I love Yusuke. Yusuke is my guy.
People sleep on
I
him.
know. Oh, 100%. Okay. All right. Also, hold on. We said something about Krillin. I want to see where your guys' mind is at for this. Whenever people do the Saitama versus Goku debate, where are you on that? Because for me, I have a clear cut answer for this.
See, it's kind of like the whole Goku versus Superman thing.
Yeah. Or Hawk versus Superman.
Because
Saitama's plot armor is so heavy.
it is. Mm-hmm. It is much like Superman. I mean, Superman is like plot armor itself. That's why I agree with Superman winning, because Superman is just plot armor and such, and Saitama's about the same way. It's like
exactly, and Saitama's the joke of it.
Yeah,
why he kind of wins. See, look, I say Saitama. See, look. I personally say Saitama just gets obliterated because, except for the feat where he gets punched up to the moon and jumps back, like literally, there's not a feat Saitama has done that hasn't already been done in Dragon Ball Z times like 1,000.
Yeah.
There's not a feat Saitama has done that Krillin hasn't done.
That's true.
And then I was like, and then like that's how I feel. It's like if you take all the Saiyans and androids and stuff off of Earth and you just put Krillin there, is Krillin Saitama?
Plot armor for days.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, is Krillin Saitama, like, for real? Like, is he Saitama who can fly? Because Saitama can't fly. He can just jump.
Yeah.
I might actually apply that to Tien myself. But,
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of more of a Tien fan. Because, I mean, at the time where a lot of people, Krillin including, were just like, you know what, the Saiyans are stronger, screw this, I'm just going to live an ordinary life now, I'm going to go be a salaryman. Tien was still training. It's like, he's being overshadowed like nobody's business, but he was still actively training.
But who took out more people, though?
I mean, that's true.
Who
You're
also,
not wrong.
Who also had a technique copied by Goku?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, true. It's like, yeah, okay, I give you that.
Everybody. Like, legitimately, Goku has 0 original moves. Everything in his arsenal, except for his Dragon Punch.
I would say Dragon Fist?
Yeah, his Dragon Fist is his only original move. Everything else was taught to him or stolen.
Very true.
Which, I mean, he didn't actually learn a Kamehameha. He saw Roshi do it once. Like, oh, you mean this?
Yeah, and then did it.
So, I mean, he has no original moves, which was why he was kind of screwed when he first went up against Tien in Dragon Ball. Because Tien was trained to counter all the turtle school nonsense.
That is true. I'll say, you could arguably say that Goku doing Super Saiyan though is all his own doing though.
That's true.
For a technique.
Yeah, that is true.
Technically, it was just a legend, and no one actually knew it was an achievable thing. And then we got sparkly little lightning bolts, and then we got Neanderthal forehead.
So I mean, because there's Vegeta like 30 times just before it happens. It's like, oh, I'm Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Then his hair goes blonde. It's like, oh no, that's it.
But yeah, I just like Goku, he's like, I don't really have to use shooty blast. I'm just gonna punch you. I like punching people. Like punching's cool, right? Yeah.
Punch the crap out of it.
It's like Spirit Bomb. I don't want to use it, but but I'd rather punch you. But you're rather strong.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna have to use this. You guys try and survive while I gather this energy. That way I can take them out.
Hey, man.
Good luck, you guys. I'm going to put you full of energy.
Which is hilarious. That's what it ends up being. The most powerful person has to stand still for like 5 episodes to collect energy while all of his weaker friends that can't compare to this enemy just try and survive.
Yo, imagine if in the Tournament of Power, when he collected all the energy in like 30 seconds, imagine if Beerus just went, oh, here you go.
Right?
Imagine if that would have happened. If Beerus and Whis just went, oh, here. Like, imagine how like quick that whole tournament would have been. Like, all right, and cool. The entire stage is gone. Okay, everybody's gone.
Legitimately, that was probably my like. It turned into a lot of awesome fights, but as soon as they announced the Tournament of Power and they were leading up to it, it's like, oh yeah, it's only going to be a 40-minute match. I said in my head, like, wait. Is this going to be like a legitimate 40 minutes, or is this going to be like Frieza on Namek again? And then, sure enough, like
it's Frieza on Namek.
Yeah, it was
crack.
Exactly.
Like every episode is like the equivalent of 30 fucking seconds.
Right? It's like
I was like Vegeta got knocked out and they pretended like he was like everyone's like, where's Frieza? I'm like, he's technically only been gone for 40 seconds. Calm down.
Right.
Like
it's only been gone less than a minute.
like they said 5-ish minutes and then did like 20 episodes. And I was like, whoa, what are these? Are they fighting and talking that damn fast?
Right.
I was like, holy crap. I was like, why do you have to do this? You can literally just say the tournament takes place in a 24-hour period and give actual like time to this. Right. But no.
See, that's also one reason I do. Well, of course, I do prefer the manga adaptation of Super a lot, and or better in various areas. One of which was actually the fight with Hit. Because the fight with Hit in the manga is so much more intelligent. Because in the anime, of course, Goku brings back Kaioken. It's like, why? You haven't needed that in forever. But now it's powering you up. Wait, hang on. But in the manga, what they figure out to do is, it was actually Vegeta that started doing it first, is he actually uses Super Saiyan God form for the extra speed. And because Super Saiyan Blue is such a stamina drain, like milliseconds before his punch, he transforms into Blue for the power, and then transforms back to God. Oh. And that's how they figure out a way around Hit to counter his speed, plus giving them power, which was so intelligent. But also, when they started the Tournament of Power, in the first 4 panels, 8 people get eliminated. The fight starts. Yeah, the fight starts and it's like, there's almost half the people are gone now. It's like, okay.
Boy, this is gonna be one of those episodes. This is gonna be one of those chapters.
No, right? So I mean, they just clear a lot of things that they gave gimmicky and funny moments in the anime. It's like, oh yeah, these people are just gone now. It's like they're
I mean, that's that whole mass. You see the definite highs and lows in any tournament, anime or manga, season, series, whatever you want to call it. I mean,
not Yu Yu Hakusho. Forget that tournament. Dark tournament has no flaws.
Yeah, for sure.
No flaws.
The team that shows up, and they're like, "Who do you want to fight?" Tagoro goes, "Everyone." He fights the whole team, and he just tells his team to sit back, and I'm like, "Oh, he's about to just punch a hole in people's chests." That's what he sure does. A perfect cylinder just blown out of your chest.
It's like, you're down, you're gone. See you later.
Dude, I feel like that's probably the most perfect tournament in any anime, just because it's the fact is, it's the tournament that had rules, but it didn't have rules. Rules. So as soon as someone says he this guy lost, nah, man, forget that. Bring that ass back here real quick. I'm gonna beat him up some more. Okay, all right, cool. All right, cool. We're doing that.
Are you talking about when the sweat guy was beating up Kurama because he was kind of just stunned when he was paralyzed after he fought the makeup dude and he was beating him up, and then the captain was like, stop, please stop. You're going to die. And then he's like, why? And he points over at Yusuke, and he has a full, spirit gun ready to go. And he's like, but if he shoots, he'll lose. And then he is like, yeah, but if we kill everybody, we win.
Right? Right?
After he has the Dragon of the Darkness flames, perfectly controlled, and then the team cheats and gets him locked up in that tent that heals him. And he's like, we can break out of here at any time, right? And Genkai's like, just wait. It's healing us. Yeah. And then the girl's like, "Oh, I have perfect defense. My barriers are perfect." And Goku, I say Goku, and he is like, "I'm gonna blow out of here in a minute. I'm just gonna let you know that." The Dragon of Darkness flame starts flaring up, and she's like, "I should probably leave."
Oh yeah, she's like, no,
dead.
And see, look, more like, whenever I say that. I'm saying that more like when Yusuke blasts Tagoro out of the arena, ring out, right? Nope. And Yusuke goes, "Nah, man, we fight to the death now." That's not in the rules. Doesn't matter. All right, cool. So fight to the death now. This is what we're doing.
They blow up the arena, and he carries one back. I got the second arena. I'm good. I got it.
He does. He carries the other arena back from the other location. There goes half of the other crowd's gone because he just blew it up and shit. I'm like, this is awesome.
That's when he powered up and drained all their souls, right? That's what happened to the crowd.
Yes. It killed everybody around.
Plus with Hiei throwing the Dragon of the Darkness flame, and it's just kind of surfing. It's doing swag surfing through the crowd, just fucking things up. And then he hits the guy with it, and he's like, I didn't want to use this so early. I love that part. That part is always great in any anime. When someone has a power, and they're like, I'm trying to hold this back, and he's like, I got to use this power. Might as well show off.
And he's seared, too.
Yeah.
There was nothing but a mark on the ground left.
Yeah. He was going to atoms.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's just such a good one.
It is.
All right, Shahan. So, you have anything else on that paper for me? I want to say I keep sidetracking you.
No, you're good. You're good. You fit right into the whole random tangents we go on. I was just going to bring up, because we're at 2.5 hours. I don't know how much time you guys have. Just any movies you've seen recently? Any TV shows you're ready for?
I mean, what I'm ready for is them to bring back Teen Titans, because I've seen that's a thing, which makes me very happy. Oh, you didn't see that? The Teen Titans from Cartoon Network that they had back in the day? Yeah,
not Teen Titans Go. The OG Teen Titans.
They're finishing it. They're giving it its last season, and Adult Swim picked it up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so it actually might be like some Samurai Jack, like some...
I know, right?
We killing motherfuckers type shit. So.
I know, right? That's going to be amazing. Oh, God. Have you heard of or seen the reboot of Reboot? Or do you...
Oh, dude, that looks so... I'm like this is not even Reboot.
Yeah, it's...
Is it hot liquid garbage?
Like I said, I still haven't made it past the first episode.
Okay, yeah, it's garbage.
I haven't watched it, but I was just like, it's not even Reboot. And to be fair, Reboot's not even a good show. You just kind of look, bro. Look. You know that Reboot's not exactly a great show. Okay,
it's not a great show, but it has a lot of like really awesome nerd humor because I was into computers at the time, and I got the humor. It was amazing.
I'm an IT guy, and I just kind of look at it like, fuck, like this is how they saw shit. I'm like, oh,
which legitimately, yeah.
Like, bro, and then also the art style. I was like, I don't know why it made me cringe as a kid. I was like,
okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna go watch like Rubik's and be more happy with this execution of this exact same art style.
Yeah, it was early 3D.
Oh,
there's no excuses.
It was painful. It was a painful thing. It's like the precursor of Code Lyoko.
Yeah, which legitimately, which hilariously is what they mix this reboot with. Essentially, it's essentially like reboot flavored Code Lyoko.
Flavored Code Lyoko.
I mean, if you're gonna bring back old cartoons, let's just talk about that. Bring back Mummies Alive.
I tell you what, though. I will say one thing. What Netflix is doing with Voltron?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's good.
I've actually just been watching all of the Marvel shows on Netflix. That's true.
That's good.
It's been my kick because, my God, if you can even take like a second off of like watching one, like good for you because they a new one. Like I still didn't watch any of the Runaways or anything. Because like I'm like they just keep coming over and over and over again. I'm just like, can we calm down just for like a second? Can I breathe?
Yeah, for sure. And then Luke Cage is coming out not too long.
I think.
Like, oh my God, because they're starting to tease his new season. It's like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Jessica Jones just went through, and now
I watched that.
And I'm pretty sure they're giving Iron Fist his after Luke Cage.
Oh yeah, for sure. They'll definitely like take a ring back around. I'll be interested to see how Punisher might fit in with the next Defenders if they're going to add him in.
I doubt it. Yeah. I feel like he'll make a cameo, but
yeah,
like BB there. Oh, speaking of that, I think Punisher so far might be the best executed show for the Netflix series so far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think it's because he doesn't have powers or exact like powers, which make again, powers makes things more complicated. Yeah, whenever you're trying to do that, that's why I feel like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones get adapted so much better because the thing is like, okay, super strength, like you don't really have to do like for one, it's super strength on top of, for Jessica Jones, it's super strength on top of her not having a fighting style, so you don't have to like do anything like big with her.
It's just she's just a brawler.
Yeah. And then like Luke Cage, like boxing, like come on man, you can teach something.
Exactly.
Like like pretty damn easily. So like for him, and he's a prison boxer too. So so it's like whatever. So like they're very easy to execute. Like actually, there's an article about Iron Fist that I could not agree more on, because I didn't hate Iron Fist at all. Like I actually thought it was cool. There was definitely some dragon parts in that. No pun intended. Where someone said there's it was so weird because it was the specific fight too that they like called out. Whenever he fought the drunken master guy, I was like, this guy should whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Like immediately I was like, he's fighting down to his level. This guy's a way better martial artist than him. And I can tell off the bat that he can fight way better than he can. And he has to like pull back. And like that scene specifically irritated me because of that, because it was so painfully obvious. I was like, this guy's a master at freaking martial arts.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, because I feel like Iron Fist just kind of like faltered, definitely in that area.
Yeah,
but I did like how the guy doing Daredevil. I was like reasonably impressed with how he's pulling off stuff.
He's definitely a mixed review type of guy, because a lot of people like him and a lot of people hate him, and like I have a love-hate relationship with him, because I was like, yo, Daredevil doesn't win fights. He gets his ass kicked and then goes and then gets patched up and goes back out to get his ass kicked again every single time. And I'm like, can this man win, please? I was like, shit. Like he's supposed to be like one of the most dominant martial artists, and this man gets his ass kicked every time.
He killed a dragon. He killed a dragon to get his powers, and he only used the Iron Fist like what, twice?
I know, right?
Oh,
well, I mean, they try to rationalize that by saying like he left before his training was fulfilled.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in the comics, it's like, no.
No.
He's
not
not
what happened at all.
Dude. I love posers so much, because I had a dude at my job who was like, oh man, I really love the Iron Fist. And I was like, you know who you're talking to, right? The dude that raps about all of this stuff. And he was like, oh, I really like the show because it's so accurate to the comic. And I was like, boy, like, first of all, you do know, like, the whole plane crash, like, the parents thing is just completely different, which, I mean, switching it is fine, but the fact for you to say that it's accurate with it is just, boy, I don't know.
It's like, what continuity are you talking about? Like, is this like classic Marvel? Because that's not true. I mean, is it an ultimate rendition? Which that stuff gets weird.
Yeah, because even the villain adaptation is different. Because one, it's not the son who's there running the company. It's somebody I just remembered like the subtle differences, and I was just like, no. Yeah. Not like nothing you're saying is right, because it's not like I was just like, yeah, this, but I was like, no, it wasn't that. Like I can tell, I can say for a fact that's not what that was.
Yeah,
because I'm a little hazy on it. It's not like I was out here just reading an abundance of Iron Fist comics.
I know, right?
Yeah, if anything, I follow Luke Cage Iron Fist more than I follow Iron Fist or Luke Cage as individuals.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
Yeah, because they were cool, because they were both D-League comic book characters, and they're like, we need to boost them some way, and they did that, and it worked for a second.
Yeah, well, and that's like the entire thing. Like naming the series Defenders was kind of like a tug on like the nerd, and it's like, these aren't the Defenders, because the Defenders are actually a group of people pulled together by Doctor Strange, and usually consisted of people like Blade to deal with like people like Dracula,
the supernatural,
and like Dracula and Dormammu and people like that.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I feel like finding that file and sending it to y'all.
That's a callback. A callback.
because that will literally never see the light of day. That was just gonna stay inside our group, but I downloaded it, so I told certain people, I was like, I'll let you listen to it because I actually put it up on my Snapchat. I was like this guy.
Oh god.
May I suggest to you? Have you watched Altered Carbon yet?
Ultra Carbon, no.
It's great.
Huh? Ultra Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Altered.
Yeah, Altered.
Yeah, Altered.
Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. I think I have a Netflix tab open.
It's
Altered Carbon.
It's very interesting. It's sci-fi. It's
Altered. Oh, there it goes. Hey, boom.
yeah.
Also, just started this week is the reboot of Lost in Space.
Oh, I'm gonna have to catch that.
Yeah.
See how it is.
Ooh, I don't know why. Oh wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. Talked about stuff that I was watching, then we kind of got on our tangent again. Did anyone see Ready Player One?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
You haven't? Oh,
I
you
haven't yet.
bums!
I'm sorry.
It's been like 2 weeks. And yet-
I can't. I can't like really afford movies so much anymore. So
Yeah, but this is special.
I lost. I had to put down my service dog a little bit ago, and I haven't seen a movie without her in 9 years. The first movie I went to go see without her was A Quiet Place, and the only reason I went because it was quiet.
Okay.
so, I mean,
thanks, man.
so yeah. So
I feels you. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to say with no spoilers. I think I want to say, did anyone read the book?
you see, that was a book that completely. I'm not a huge book reader, but yeah, this book that completely like passed me over. I had not even heard of it until I started hearing about the movie was going to be coming out. And it's like Ready Player One, the crap. But yeah, that I have not read that.
Yeah, because all right, I haven't read the book either. But I was about to say, but I was just going to warn anybody. I was like, the movie is not like the book, just in case you did that.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Whatever, because that happens. But as far as just a movie goes, it's a really good movie. I thought the movie was just going to be a thing where they threw a whole bunch of pop culture in your face, and it was going to not be that great. But I was standard corrected, and it was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, if anything pop culture was just kind of like nonchalantly threw in. Like they were just like, oh yeah, there goes Zangief in the background. Yeah, he's there. but they almost didn't like acknowledge it at all. The only thing they ever acknowledged was the bike from Kiriyama. Akira. Yeah, Akira. They only ever acknowledged that bike. I think that's the only thing they ever say. That's the thing. And then also the Iron Giant, because they say, oh, this is a commission piece I'm making for somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm a good crafter, and this is something that somebody wanted. But other than that, like, oh yeah, you'll nonchalantly see a whole bunch of Master Chiefs walk past or something like that, and no one goes, oh, Master Chief. Like, no, it's just normal to them. So it's kind of cool. Like, you'll see that as a sin. One that I freaked out over that no one knew what it was Battletoads, which was funny.
Oh.
Yep.
Friggin' see, I can't really even think because I love Battletoads, but at the same time, I was one of those kids that got trapped by Turbo Tunnel. I could not finish that game. I could not.
I beat both. I beat Battletoads,
Nice.
Dragon Battletoads.
Nice.
It was a group effort, or I won't say group effort. It was a team effort. It was me and my friend Trevor. Man, it was a lot of days of just dying. So,
Yeah, I couldn't put up with it. I'd go back to Link's Awakening.
Can we also give Battletoads the credit that their names were Pimple Rash and Zit?
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
The game's so lit, man. Like, dude. Dude, that's a game that never got. I mean, it did. It got its recognition more so now than it did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
because people go Dark Souls, Battletoads, motherfucker.
no, right? Yeah, Battletoads. Oh my god.
I was like, shoot. Actually, another game that paid homage to that old style of gaming, which was dope. I almost said Infamous. Dang it, what was this? It was the first game that Insomniac Games made for, the Resistance series on PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
If you beat the game, they had a new game plus, but it also opened a cheat menu, and in the cheat menu, there's it's classic mode where it says beat the game with only so many amount of lives. And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I was like,
nice.
that's so sick. I was like, I didn't do it because I ain't got time for that.
I know, right?
But I was like, that's so. And I knew I wasn't going to do that because also, like, the Resistance 2 specifically is one of my favorite games.
Yeah,
dude, it was so good running through the missions on that, especially like on the online co-op for that, which is like big like groups of people and stuff. Because like the online co-op was like 14-player teams just co-oping through stuff, which was just awesome. And then the story itself had big twists and turns that I didn't see coming at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay. Well, people getting possessed, and then you having to kill main people and shit. I was like, okay, didn't see that coming.
Yeah. It's a kind of a rare plot point anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely not seen much. And then like actually, it's funny because like it's coming all from like the studios that I liked and enjoyed in the earlier years. So like Insomniac Games did that. The Last of Us kind of, like
Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog pushed that whole envelope. The whole thing with Infamous with Sucker Punch games, pushed it. So it's like all those old PS2 like juggernauts just coming through with stuff like that. Because like, did you guys play the Infamous series at all?
I played one.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, something tells me you're not going to play two. Infamous. Did you play Second Son?
I've watched Second Son, but I mean, I'm weird about open world games. Like they just kind of. Yeah.
I will say Second Son is probably one of the best open world games I've ever played. I can say that pretty confidently. Like it's one of the most smoothest transitioned open world games I've ever played. I can't see for me, I can't play Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that. That kind of stuff bothers me. But Second Son is the best open world game I've ever played with its condensed style that it has.
Yeah.
But Second Son's story starts off with the good ending for Infamous 2, where Cole dies. Cole sacrifices himself, and and everyone ends up getting it shuts down everyone's power supposedly. But like that's like a cool part where it's just like we're killing. They killed off their main protagonist because they could have easily went with the bad ending. The bad ending was just fine.
Yeah.
And same thing. What's the other game that was considered close to it? Prototype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Prototype 2. The first guy you play as is the main villain in the second one.
Yeah, I did like that. Like I haven't played or even seen much of Prototype, but I didn't know about that, and that was actually a very interesting thing. It's like, yeah, this character that you've been stuffed through and got powerful. Yeah, you fight him now.
Mm-hmm,
oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're like, oh yeah, he's trying to kill you. Yeah, 100%. And you're like, oh, all right.
Which reminds me of the RPG series that BioWare did, Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah, main character that you was figuring out the truth for and such in part 1. Yeah, that's your villain in part 2. Oh.
I mean,
all right. It's like, oh yeah, this. Okay, I had to look it back up.
Do you guys remember Jade Empire?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. that so easily can be done with if they ever made a second one. Take the main character from Jade Empire, make him the new. I want to say Daishi, but that's from Power Rangers. But you know what I mean.
Okay, all right. If we want to talk about Jade Empire, this is not exactly the same style of game, but same era. Did anyone play the Ark the Lad games?
Heard of them, but I haven't played them.
No.
Okay, there's the specific one, Ark the Lad, Twilight something. Again, it's another one of Twilight of Spirits. It's one of my favorite games because it takes it's actually one of the first games they brought over to PS4 too as well.
Yeah,
because they knew it's the shit. Like that and Dark Cloud, also the shit. There's a spot
Rogue Galaxy.
And Rogue Galaxy.
Also the shit.
Well, Battlefront 2 more so the shit. But they whatchamacallit. There's a spot. All right, I'm trying to think of the narrative. All right, long story short, there's two sides. There's the demon / monster side, and then there's the human side, and you play as both as the game goes on. But there's one main protagonist for each one, and you even build up a party. Like you build up a party of like 5 people, like on both sides, and midway through the game, they find each other and they fight, and you pick which side that you're on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and you know, spoilers. You know, I feel like you guys don't care at this point. Came out in 2003. They end up like no one ends up actually winning, and they end up finding their common ground, and they end up the one demon's half is half human, and finds out the human you play as is his brother.
Messy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you end up finding that out. And so that 5-and-5 party meshes to become a 10-player party. It becomes an immensely big party. And like I'm pretty sure you don't have to put a single person away either. I'm pretty sure you can play with like almost the entirety of that party. Which is crazy. Oh yeah, because it's like
that's insanity.
It's one of the games where it's like the combat style is like what the heck are they? It's like an arena turn based. So you enter the area, and then it's like you make moves to each spot to
yeah, it's kind of like a tactical hybrid.
Yeah, there you go. It's a straight tactical game, but you know, each fight activates like if it was like a random walking around Final Fantasy type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was freaking cool because then you know you had an archer, you had a swordsman, you had this, you had that, it was just cool as heck, especially whenever they combined its sides to see like who was what and in which way you wanted to take it and stuff. And yeah, dude, the game is just so cool. Like even and then like the character development is just all great because of course like the one dude who was half demon is getting ridiculed throughout his entire life, and actually, and the human, and the thing is, like, you have to try to roll back through your town with the human character and your party and stuff, and you're like, hey, don't kill any of these people; they're my friends. But you have to go through that whole hardship through it, and actually, they even develop him because there's even a part like. I think like they kind of Yusuke Urameshi him because he ends up like getting scales on his face, and then eventually stuff starts happening to him where half demon traits come out of him too.
Huh?
Because he's not because he is not fully human. You end up finding out that he's also half. His demon traits came out late, and it's just Oh, dude, it's so freaking good. It's good. I freak with the game heavy.
Oh yeah, that's
It's like me.
Very interesting.
That's like me in Rogue Galaxy. Then that's your Rogue Galaxy, the game that you will fight anybody for being the best game out. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. I will say I like playing Dark Cloud more than Arc the Lad. But Arc the Lad definitely had like deep character list, man. Deep character list.
Oh,
It was schmexy.
Just real quick, one of the shows I'm really excited for is Into the Badlands on AMC. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched it. If you like wushu, like old school martial arts films, crazy over the top, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type shit, this is it for you. Also, Neo Yokio on Netflix.
Hey, I love the show.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because Jesus and Miro might be one of my favorite things to watch. Like their clips on YouTube because they are hilarious guys. Man, we are at 3 hours. Game Boy, I just want to say, anytime you ever want to come on, dude, you were more than welcome. I love having you on. You know, you give us a nice little chance to talk about everything else other than the game. Because I mean, I'm assuming you probably play more games than you let on.
I see. Look. Again. It's the currently I don't play as many games, but actually, shoot. If there is one time for me to have like my gaming, like slack off, I guess now would be the greatest time because there's not exactly an overabundance of good games. It's like good games sprinkled in here and there, as in where like we're talking now of like classic after classic after classic after classic. Like, oh yeah, it's all dropped in a month period.
yeah,
Like,
right.
And then now it's like, all right, cool. We have Mario Odyssey. 6 months later, something else. All right, cool. Yeah, keep it going. And it's like currently the biggest releases that you can think of for this year are God of War and Spider-Man, which are literally the only two left now.
Hold on, they just announced a new Pokemon game for Nintendo Switch, November 16th.
Oh, did they actually? Oh,
yeah, it's called Past and Future.
Okay, cool. So they actually did something like that. Yeah, finally. See, like I think that E3 is going to open the floodgate because they needed it because no one wants to announce anything early. And then also, I guess Super Smash Bros. Yeah, Bros. But nothing is in like concrete yet, man. Like nothing's set in stone, which sucks because it's a dark time for us nerdcore rappers because we like look at stuff like that and there's literally nothing to plan for. So we're like, let's go ahead and just make our third Fortnite song. Since Fortnite is just murdering everybody right now. Yeah. Hey, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys do what's popping, right?
You said what?
You guys do songs on what's popular and hot at the time, which is always going to be topical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's how we typically try to do that, and then sprinkle in whatever we want here and there. I feel like it's pretty prevalent at this point that nothing's happening because like looking at everyone's releases of what they're making, because like now, all right, finally people got a what you call it, a Far Cry 5 song, but like before that, like Daddy Fat Snaps, for example, his last song was like a Joker song. Who the hell is checking for the Joker right now? Nobody's checking for the Joker. he's like, screw it. I need to. He actually dropped a video during this podcast, by the way.
Oh, nice.
The Quiet Place song?
Yep.
Yeah, I just had the notification came on because I'm on notification squad for everybody.
Yeah, I actually halfway through this just hit my sub tab. I was like, hey, look at that. There goes a thing. But like even a month ago, he did a Jigsaw versus Hannibal Lecter rap, and no one's going for that. Like no one's checking for that. That again. Like Goku versus Saitama. I guess you could get pull from Goku and Dragon Ball Super, but like until One Punch Man season 2 comes out, no one's checking for that right now.
Yeah.
It's just so like, we're kind of at this like, all right, cool, shit, come out now, please.
Let us do these cool ideas.
Yeah,
Please.
like let us do relevant topics that we really like. That's why I think I'm gonna go into this big anime comic. Like that's why my last few videos are all comic book related. Like none of them are like about games. It's all comic books. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I did all of the Marvel songs, and then like it's Avengers, Killmonger, Ryu, then Jiren, because Dragon Ball Super, Black Lightning, Thanos, Black Panther, and then before that it's the the Pokemon song, which was for a contest because I wanted to rap about bitches and hoes because I'm single now, so I can do that. But but I wanted to do it with my own twist, which was lovely, and I caught, and oh yeah, I'm not sure if I ever said this. I caught a lot of stink when I do rap contests because I still do the geeky thing. I don't break out of it at all. I pretty much refuse to do it. But it's funny because contests will still like people who run contests still acknowledge that I'm a very good rapper. But they will not let me win. Even if I out rap the winner, they will not let me win. Because there's times where I've hit second place and I'm like, I actually beat you, but that person can't get the stigma that they let me win because I'm rapping about geek stuff and not quote unquote real stuff. And I think I won third with that Pokemon rap, and people lost their damn mind. It was one. I thought that it was beautiful. Actually, again, I'm not naming no names. The one kid who lost out to me made a big stink on Twitter, and he burned some bridges. He probably doesn't care, but he burned some bridges because he kind of spoke out and talked up a little bit too hard on the whole thing. And like I was kind of friends with him originally too, but it's like the kid's ego is like if you put Kanye West inside a normal person's body, and then you're just like, you have no accolades yet. Shut up! Like,
if you put Kanye West inside somebody else's body, so they Freaky Friday'd it.
They Freaky Fried it, and it's like, oh man, this shit is real weak. But instead of him, except him being Chris Brown and Lil Dicky's body, and actually like accepting that he's not like popping. It's like I'm still gonna try to do everything Chris Brown does, but in Lil Dicky's body. I'm gonna do it all like that, and it's like no, that doesn't work. You're not that guy. So the kid's kind of a douche. Real good rapper, but he's a douche.
Wow, that kind of takes points away, doesn't it?
It definitely takes points away if you just have a bad attitude. Because the thing is, he burned bridges. Because the thing is, like he didn't do what we did, but he kind of got included every so often in what we did. And the thing is, he took a jab in one of his tweets and was like, "Oh man, I wish that I could do gimmicky stuff about like movies and games and stuff that I like. But no, man, I choose to be original, Nolan, and make stuff from the ground up because I'm like a better creator that way or da 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 da." And I was like, "Shut your bitch ass up." And I was like, no one cares about you. It's like, you could do that, but you don't. So like, I don't know what your issue is. There's nothing stopping you from doing this. You just don't do it. But that's how people are.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hey man, you should put out a diss track.
No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing it. I'm not opening up that can of worms. Not on him, because that would cause too much of a rift.
Yeah. Don't let me give up. I just sometimes like to be the Joker. Cause chaos and disorder everywhere I go.
You know what? Maybe if he was a little bit more relevant, I'd do it. But nah.
Ooh, it's getting spicy in here.
He's pretty. I mean, like, I'm irrelevant, so like it doesn't matter. Like I arguably have more. Like, he has more views than me, and we're sitting at like the exact same subscriber count and stuff practically. But like, I mean, I'm arguably more relevant than him because I do work with bigger people. But like there'd be nothing to like gain from it though. That's why I was like, if I'm gonna diss you, I'm gonna gain something from it, or you're gonna be my ex and catch his ether because I felt like it. It's one of the two. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we go, because I know it's a thing. I basically gave her an ultimatum of getting dissed or not. Because the thing is, one, she screwed me over with the whole thing because she told me it was another person and it was yada yada and we'd still be friends. And then she unfriended me on everything. And I just made the song and I didn't mean for any of those lines to come out at all. Like, I wasn't writing the song like, yeah, this is where I'm a disser or anything. Like, I didn't do that. They just came out. So, as a result, I said, okay, the next person in line I talked to and her family would be her sister. So I wrote out a thing, I was like, hey, sorry I didn't get to see you before the whole breakup thing happened. I didn't, I didn't see, your family as much. Hope all is well. Thank you for supporting me the way that you did. I understand if that stops now. Yada, 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 yada. And I said, depending on whatever her response was, I'd put it in or not. Well, she didn't respond back. So I was like, well, it looks like your sister's going to get this ether then, because looks like I have no ties to the family anymore and you don't like any of my shit on Facebook. It's funny. I put that snippet up and she put a frowny face on it and I was like, oh, she's seen it.
And then you win.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she's seen it. And like, the thing is I don't even look. I'm blocked. I mean, and then I wouldn't look anyway. But people send me like messages, and they're like, "Hey, just for the record, your ex is annoying." And I'm like, "What?" It's like she doesn't want you to win, and I'm like, "Oh, well, that's too damn bad." Because I hate for anyone on my Facebook to look at it because I'm winning every day. It must suck to like creep on, and be like, all right, I hope something bad's happening. Shit. GameBoyJones is profitable now. Fuck, I left him. Damn. I was like, what? Whatever.
I love the term catch this ether. I love it. So,
yes, it's great. I was like, it had to happen. I was like, I wrote lines. I felt bad for writing these lines, and nobody else did. So fuck it. I was like, it's on you. Mm-hmm. I gave you and your family the ample opportunity for me to not get shared on a whole bunch of Facebook pages and saying shit about you. I was like, look, my pettiness came second, so that's all that I care about.
You got her.
Exactly. I don't feel like being petty second. I mean first. Yeah. I'll be after somebody else.
And if I'm petty second, I'm coming with the fire.
Exactly.
I'm throwing everyone.
Exactly. I'm letting everything go. But if you don't come at me, like I was like, because like people think they're gonna be cute with little Facebook jabs. I'm like, you dated a rapper. You dated a rapper who's actually doing something with it. I was like, this is not a good idea. I was like, I make music that like, if I end up getting viral on Facebook again, thousands to millions will listen to this, right? and you poking the bear pretty damn hard right now. Oh, shoot. Well, yeah, it was great talking to y'all.
Oh, for sure. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you if they haven't already, and if you're listening and you don't follow this man, or you catch this ether.
You can catch this ether. Gameboy Jones. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, is where I post all of my videos, Instagram, Facebook, all streaming platforms, especially, your Apple Music and Spotify. I'm practically anywhere where there's social media being brought up, to be honest. So just go ahead and hit me up or go look at my videos or listen to my music. I'm getting better. I'm still learning. but I'm doing better every day.
Des, where can they find you, buddy?
Of course, find me on Twitter at DES_Raven, where I will rarely speak first, but we'll try to reply to everything I can. Yeah, otherwise, I just learned also, since it was my 4-year anniversary on Twitter, apparently, that they reminded me of that. And so I went back and I found a way to search for what I posted first. My first tweet didn't come till 4 months after I made my Twitter account.
Hey.
It's like, oh. Because back when I was streaming.
I think that my first tweet came 2 years after I made my Twitter account. I literally made it because LeBron James said that he actually would tweet out his whole decision before the big show thing. So then I made it, said, "Oh, he's not doing that," then just completely dismissed it, and then never logged into it for another 2 years.
Nice, but hilariously, my first post was, like I said, it was a streaming milestone thing. It was of gratitude, which it's hilarious because again, most of what I say now is thank you to all of you revolutionaries. It's weird. It's just stop it. I'm a person. Stop it. But I still love you. But thank you all for giving us the time of day, really. I mean, what's wrong with you people? We're just guys that talk, but thank you.
And you can find me on Twitter at BusterKnuckle13. That's BusterKnuckle13. Also, that's my Xbox Live name, BusterKnuckle13. You can find me on PSN, BlisterLister113. Please send a message saying, you're from RNG. That way I don't think you're some random bot trying to hack my account. You can find this podcast at the RNGCast on Twitter, the RNGCast at gmail.com. We love hearing from you. We have a Discord. I don't know if I think Des fixed the Discord link that was broken at the top of our page. But if it is broken, ask us and we will send you a link to join our Discord. And it's, we have fun conversations and you never know what you hear from there. We have a Patreon. If you choose to support us monetarily, you will get exclusive content. Des and I need to link up sometime this week and either watch Bright or Mortal Kombat.
I'm leaning more towards Mortal Kombat. Cause,
I am too. I'm not going to lie.
Because, you're probably going at it for one reason. I'm going at it for a completely different reason. It's this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be fun. We can do that sometime this upcoming week since I'm still out because my shoulder's destroyed.
I feel you on that.
The shoulder being destroyed?
Yeah, someone fell on it playing basketball 2 days ago.
I fell and smashed my shoulder into a steel beam, so yeah. We're hurtsy buddies. That being said, this is episode 99 of the RNGCast, and we're out.
Later, man.